presents Philly by Night. Starring Liz as La Sombra Dr. Aretza Ser, Fair as Samdi Katora Baptiste, Ivy as Bruja Serenity Sanchez, Juice as Tremere Adelio, Mikey Mike as Bano Hakim Mingo, Lonzo Gonzo as Ravnos Oscar de Leon Ponce, and our weaver of disquietude and terror, Prince.
When we last left our coterie at the end of season 4, we had drama with a drama queen. We had a riotous group meet up at Serenity's bar and cause all kinds of trouble, including serving Serenity up with a lawsuit for defamation. But that wasn't it. Once Aurelio arrived into the bar, he saw a man who claims to be the doom of this coterie. And that is where we're coming back to fuck around and find out on season 5 of RollingDeez20's VTM John, Philly by Night. And we are live. Hello everyone and welcome in for season 5, the final season of RollingDeez20's Philly by Night. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We are in for a hell of a season, and I am excited for what things we have to come. But before we get rolling and jumping into all of the shenanigans and getting y'all all caught up on what happened last time we were here, let's talk about our Roll20. We're part of the Roll20 Ambassador Program. We are using Roll20 for our virtual tabletop. I know it's just a blank white space up there, but there will be dice rolls in there and failures to come. I guarantee it, either from me or the coterie. You'll see what happens on that end of things. But we appreciate Roll20, and y'all should go check them out at roll20.net. Next up is our content warning. So, content warning that you should expect to see when you're watching this. Vampire the Masquerade is an adult-themed tabletop RPG, and thus we have adult themes that pop up in it, including violence, gore, body horror, loss of character agency, mind control, gaslighting, people being turned into vases, and other terrible, horrible things that can happen. Specifically to this episode, you may see scenes where people are trapped in darkness that they cannot see out of. And that might happen in most every episode, but it's guaranteed to happen in this episode. Just saying. And some cult ritual shit. That's another thing. So if those sort of things bother you, please take the time, step away if something is bothering you on that end of things, and check our videos out on YouTube. All of our videos, our VODs will be available on YouTube, usually within a day of them being on here, and you can check them out and skip through whatever you need to at your liking. So, with all that said, let's let our coterie introduce themselves before we jump into things. So, let's start off with Liz.
Hey, I'm Liz. I will be playing Dr. Aretza Ser, Ari, our currently love-struck La Sombra, which is very strange for her.
True. Liz and Ari use pronouns.
Both of us use she, her. Yeah.
Yep. Fair.
Hi, I'm Fair. I will be playing Katura Baptiste, your social media influencer Hikata, who is 100% over everything right now.
That's fair enough. I don't know if that helps you any, but
our pronouns are she.
Our
pronouns are she, her. While we're nailing this this season premiere,
we're out of practice. It's fine. It's been a whole 2 weeks.
Lonzo.
How we doing, everyone? Lonzo Gonzo. I'll be playing Oscar Leon Ponce, our favorite Ravnos hacker, kindred / mob boss, part-time mob boss at the time, but not right now. Both we use he, him pronouns. Thank you.
Excellent. Juice.
Hello, I'm Juice. No pronouns, just Juice, and I am playing Aurelio Valentin, our Tremere bloodsucker of the group, who uses he, him, and she, her pronouns.
And Ivy.
I am Ivy. I play Serenity Sanchez, the Bruja who, if you poke at her too hard, will start bawling because she's about this close from a mental breakdown. We'll just see how this plays out. I have Prime Monthly, y'all. Let's find out how this goes.
Sweet. And I'm your storyteller, Prince. I use pronouns he, him. Ivy uses she, they pronouns. And let's get this party started. So, Liz, are you ready with the recap? Or has it been too long? Do you need me to do it?
I could probably do it. So last we left off, the episode before the last one, we had a beach party. It was just all of us very awkwardly hanging out at the beach after Katura and Serenity had some words with each other, and we added a new person to the group, Shade. And she built a life-size replica of Mordor in sand. It was very exciting. Next day comes around, and we've all gotten rid of basically our phones and any other means of communication because Sabat is everywhere, as well as 2i, which had been an issue. I mean, it's still an issue, but had been an issue the week beforehand. So, Serenity gets a message that there's nonsense going on at her bar, and all of us eventually start filtering that way. I believe Katura went to see the prince. I don't remember if that was that episode or the one before, but I think Katura went to see the prince. And he was basically like, look, tell your friend not to do this because it's not going to go well. And Katura's like, I'll tell them. They ain't going to listen. And they had a moment, talked for a second, but it boiled down to pass this along. Serenity spent some time trying to talk the various barons of Philly out of this nonsense. It didn't work because they're all hard-headed, and Norden, Donal, specifically, yeah, I know, Donal specifically has an axe to grind against the prince. I mean, they all do, but he was definitely pushing the hardest for it. Eventually, I believe Katura is the first one to show up, and they go all 6 of them go back and forth for a second. A note is passed to Katura through a cat, Familius, basically saying that the Tremere Primogen is supposedly going to help them out. We'll see how that actually goes. Ari eventually makes her way over there. I don't remember what the heck she did at the beginning of the episode. I don't think it was much. She eventually makes her way over there, has a conversation with Snake Eyes, like, I need you to come home. And they make up and things are good, but he is now riding possibly to his death, which is very annoying.
Yeah, y'all say y'all goodbye in a parking lot.
Yep. And if he doesn't come back, that's going to probably be a problem. Aurelio, I don't remember what anybody did the first half of the
Belladonna
episode.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
Belladonna,
that's right.
Belladonna.
Met with Belladonna, one of her mentors, one of her, we don't know who Belladonna is, but somebody important who apparently, according to Aurelio, does not know how to dress. I do remember that. They had a conversation.
Time and place.
They had a conversation about the possible circumstances of Aurelio's other important patron, possible sire, possible somebody maybe not being around anymore, and what would happen if that was the case. I believe there was implications of that during that conversation as well. Eventually, I believe Aurelio starts making their way over towards Serenity's bar after getting a message from Honey, I think, at the bodega.
I think Honey contacted Ale, who told me to head over there.
Right. It was a very long game of
I thought it
telephone.
was shade.
Somebody.
I made it there.
Somebody told Aurelio to head over there. So she is. And Oscar had another small come to Jesus meeting with his goons. He broke down what exactly is going on and said, look, the asshole boss is still in here. Y'all keep me alive and awake, and it's less likely he'll come back. And they seemed pretty good with that. So hopefully that works out. Nobody really knew what was going on. He went to the bodega, left a message with Honey, and I think he eventually does find out and show up at Serenity's bar, along with everybody else in the entire city. Because while everybody is passing messages and the telephone is going on, Amber decides to make her presence known. After all of the Anarchs lead, another 100, 150, 200 cars roll up because Amber is, I don't know, making a statement or something. Yeah, well, yes.
Oh, damn.
All of the above. Which I'm pretty sure that you can't actually be there when you're serving somebody, so she might have invalidated her whole service anyway by being there. But that's a different issue. Just to serve Serenity because Serenity made some shitty statements and Serenity's people are now harassing Amber.
Allegedly. Serenity, allegedly.
Yeah.
Yes, this is legal terms. Allegedly.
Allegedly. We eventually get her out the damn bar and her whole circus, and we're standing there catching our breath. Aurelio catches Amber in the parking lot and manages to convince her that there may be some very interesting information or people down deep below Eagle Stadium. So we'll see how that turns out, because that might be hilarious.
Yeah, specifically because she wanted to basically take Serenity down, and I was like, well, she's invested a lot in, or she's like has stake or whatever in Eagle Stadium, so you can start there.
Yep. And then as we are all standing individually in the bar, this empty, kind of dingy, probably still lights out bar, Aurelio walks in and is like, who the hell are you? And some dude stands up and says, I am your doom. And that's where we left off.
Indeed. I think you hit on all the major points, really, to be known there. I'd say maybe the only point you might have missed is y'all met Lucas at the beach when you were talking about the beach stuff.
That was the episode before, though.
Yeah. But since you brought up the beach, I wanted to just bring that out because y'all have
we did.
a potential ally. And since we're jumping right in, just to remind you all, this dude looks kind of like Lance Reddick. Probably about 6 feet tall, dark skin, black, bald head, all black everything for his clothing. And he is sitting in a booth. The lights are on in here, but this particular place in the bar almost seems to be darker than everywhere else around it. It is almost like this person is absorbing light, like a black hole. And he's looking at you all. And Aurelio's the first person to notice him, but once he talked, y'all can all see him there. And I do want y'all to be sure that you can reset your willpower, but if you have any harm or anything else like that, that's still with you. Just an FYI. And he goes, I believe that you all have a lot going on in the city right now. And you could be either a help or a hindrance. But being that you managed to dispatch my harbinger, I believe that is a call for a moment of discussion, decorum, maybe a deal, provided you have something good to offer.
You wouldn't have come to us if we didn't have anything to offer.
Oh, yes, I would have, because I could easily destroy all of you.
I mean, people be coming into the city every minute, it seems like, asking for us to do something for them.
Yes, because you all are puppets. And everyone seems to know exactly how to grab your strings, but none of you know how to truly be free.
So are
Now,
you just another puppet master then? Coming to pull our strings?
in a sense, but I can free you from every other string you have.
The puppet master is going to free the puppets.
Indeed.
What Geppetto bullshit is this?
Wouldn't you like to know, Pinocchio, one of two souls?
At least I'm a real boy.
Are you, though? Really?
I may have two souls, but I am one of many.
Indeed you are. But that won't help you here.
I look back at the group. Do we really need to listen to this clown?
And as you say, this clown,
He puts on clown makeup and juggles.
as you say this clown, you see a dark shadow start to reach towards you and wrap around your legs. Give me a Dex and Athletics.
This is gonna go great. The straight roll.
Yes. And apologies for the stream. I'm trying to figure out why my mic is not showing up on Google Meets. So
my roll is not going into Roll20. Let me exit out and go back in.
Season premiere. Hey, Prince, would I notice shadow shit?
Yes. I don't even think you need to make a wits or awareness. You notice shadow shit. Because this is not like a shadow pretending to not be obvious. This is a making a point sort of situation.
Can I do shadow shit to counter it, or has he moved too fast already?
I would say you'd have to wait until we resolve what happens with
okay, that
Lonzo.
works.
He goes,
yeah. You know this immediately upon seeing this. And there's a reason I wrote Dex and Athletics, because this is not meant to harm, and you realize this very quickly with the Arms of Aramon here, is that it is meant to just make a point, and the shadows wrap around you, and then there's a hand that just goes up to your throat and just holds there. It's like I could easily twist and break and make an example of you. But I'm very much attempting to be civil for the moment.
What do you
Call
want?
me another clown. And then the hand recedes.
What the fuck do you want?
Under Oscar's breath, he says, "Fucking bozo."
Oh my
I want to
God,
set you free.
Oscar. You want to set us free by controlling us?
No, I want to give you the opportunity to actually do what you want to do. You see, I know that you are tasked with killing a prince.
I look around because I'm like, not me.
And then he looks at you. Well, you're tasked to kill another.
Yeah.
That one is actually potentially more important than the prince. But do you want to do that?
Do I want to kill somebody who's in my way and in a lot of people's way? Is that what you're asking?
I like you. And that was the correct answer, for what it's worth. Now, this city will be mine, but only until I'm done with it. I intend to clear the scourge, that is, the Camarilla, and the scattered group that you all like to call yourselves the Anarchs. There is a certain level of freedom in not having to answer to someone, but if you understand how the world works, everyone bends a knee, myself included. Who you choose to bend the knee to, that is where you find true freedom.
And who have you chosen to bend the knee to?
If I told you God, would you laugh at me?
No. But I won't be proselytized to either.
I don't intend to preach. I simply say that there is one far more powerful than I or you or anyone that we have ever known that I am to answer to.
Ari, stop. You speak of Cain.
I do.
We all just look at each other and we're like,
It's like that one gif where it's like, okay. Yeah.
Have you ever met him? Have you ever been in his presence?
Actually,
question.
yes. Cain
Have you
walks
seen-
again.
Have you seen the world when he remakes it?
No.
We have.
You know who isn't there?
Who?
The Camarilla is there. They're hiding underground. They're
Anarchs
cowards,
are there.
but they live. The Anarchs are probably doing the best because what's his face's dumbass had a giant sign on the front. You know who's not? Do you know why Malkov is crazy? Like the line of Malkov is crazy? Do you know why they're insane?
Why do you believe that to be the case?
Wait. Oh, because they defamed his image and did things in his name. And so he cursed them. Do you know why the Nosferatu look the way they do? Because they were so evil, or at least Nosferatu himself was so evil. Cain decided that they should look the way they act.
Is there a point you're intended to make?
You're doing it wrong.
You see, that is where I think you are mistaken. and far be it from me to call what you've seen as wrong. But I am to assume that you have only seen one potential future. Is that correct? And he looks directly at Oscar as he says this. And Oscar, as you look back at him and he stares at you, you see a book come up from out of the shadows.
Oh no, the Book of Oscars?
It is the Book of Oscars.
Oh, fuck.
Is it? I check my person to see if I still.
It is not on you.
Rip. So
you
this
are
is
a clown who's a magician as well, then.
oh my god, Oscar.
Will you?
Oscar.
Why did you have to poke the bear?
oh my
Why?
God.
Yeah, this is poking
Because
the
he's
bear.
taking
Oh my
shit that's
fucking
not
God.
his. That to Oscar, that means everything to Oscar.
Well, you about to die. Have fun. Yeah, the rest was about to
and
come
you
out.
see his eyes flash. Let me do it. Okay. Well, he doesn't get hungrier. And the shadows this time come much faster. And what is the defense against Arms of Aramon? I'm trying to pull it up because I don't have the book pulled up at the moment.
Superficial damage. No, this arms have length. Why can't I not read?
Anyway, you're about to take some damage. Let's just put it like that.
They use Wits and Oblivion to attack.
Yep. And it also uses potence with it.
Yep.
So, and the save from this is or is it just like a dodge roll essentially?
I think it's just a dodge.
All right, make a Dex and Athletics.
I am gonna do a rouse check, see if I could.
That is probably wise.
So I get +2. +2.
Not bad. 3 successes. And if I take half, which is what I'm going to do, because he's not trying to kill you,
He's just trying to hurt me.
He's trying to make a point. Let's see, potence 3 plus Oblivion 5. 8 plus 3. 11, take the half, that's 5 plus 2. And then you we'll say take off 3. You're going to take 4 superficial damage. No, 5 superficial damage. I'm sorry.
I don't think that's gonna work.
As these arms just grab you and you slip out. You're not grabbed by them, but you feel your bones crunch as the arms just come and just grab you. And it's like, you will learn.
I already had 2 aggravated and 1 superficial to begin with.
So that means you fill up your superficial and then you go up to how many aggravated? Another
3.
1, 2.
Did you not heal any last session?
Well, I was old Oscar, previous. I don't think I was fully healed from that.
Well, let's
Yeah.
just say you're almost at full damage here. We'll say you're 1 from it, just for the sake of where you are. Oscar basically just passes out after this. Oscar is in no position to be speaking anymore.
Probably for the best.
Other Oscar come back?
Not right now. You are unconscious, essentially.
All right.
Probably for the best.
We're gonna get back to your damage and dealing with that, because this was not intended to kill you, and that would have killed you. Will I have to make an example of anyone else? Excellent.
No. He's a child.
I intended to bring him a gift.
Such as the
Priya.
book that you took from him?
No.
Oh.
I know the one who has attempted to manipulate him. You see, I have no intention to manipulate you. You'll either do what I ask, or you'll face the dangers that come along with it. But I will be straightforward with you. I want the city to burn.
Why? To make room for Cain?
To purge it of the sins that have laid here and corrupted the city to make it what it is. And that is Cain's will. This will be our base of operations.
You said you didn't want the city. How are you going to be a base of operations if you don't want the city?
I do not want the city for myself. I want the city for God. And it cannot be cleansed. There is no easy way to just move people out of the city. We've tried that. We've tried subtlety. Now it is time for the holy cleansing fire. You have a choice, but there is only one right one.
Awkward silence. Sorry.
Bernie just
We're all-
stands by Oscar. She doesn't do anything. She just stands by Oscar.
It's because we all know the answer is go fuck yourself, and none of us are
Yeah.
like,
We're all trying to figure out
Like-
the polite way
That's
to
what
to
Oscar
say
was
that.
trying to do. That's what Oscar was trying to do. Now he's just quiet.
which is a small blessing for once.
Right. Can I have the boys' book back?
Oh, yes, I don't need this any longer.
Thank you. You mentioned that we saw one future. And I'll admit, we did see just the one. I don't think any of us were trying to go see others at the time. What
A
future?
future dominated by Zuckerberg. You think Cain would allow that? There must have been something that went terribly, terribly wrong.
And yet he allowed it. He lived in it. And the
Yes,
only thing he
according to
did
this,
was
is
pick up his
reclaimed
children.
bloodlines and began new
Yes.
ones in order to, I assume, reclaim.
The success of that, I think, is debatable. What's there to reclaim if there's nothing left?
There's always something.
You think so?
I know so. Gods have a
I
way
mean-
of repopulating.
repopulating their own blood. How do you repopulate the food source when you destroy it? Which he did.
One step at a time, child. One step at a time.
Please don't call me child.
And he looks at you. And it's almost like a curious look, like, how long have you walked this earth?
Me as a player, like, I don't want to say all that. 200 or so years. I might be a child to you in age, but I'm not a child. And I would appreciate if you didn't call me such.
You young ones always on the semantics. I don't care what you like to be called. Child. What? All right. Adult.
You can just call me Katura. That's my name.
I could call you dead.
You could do that as well.
What? How do you intend this to go? To watch your friend die? To watch each and every one of you die? I think if it was to happen, that I would let you be the last.
So you're going to kill us just because I asked you to call me by my name?
No. I'm saying getting caught on petty semantics is useless. Make a choice.
What do you want from us?
What choice are you at? To just step aside and let you do what you want? Or
to let you do the things you want. Do you wish the prince to be dead? How about that? And he looks at Serenity. Is that what will truly bring you freedom? Freedom for your friends, freedom for yourself?
No. Then again, I don't think I've ever really been free.
Would you like to be?
I usually take about 3 to 5 business days on all decisions, so.
God damn it, Ivy.
We are not going to get a second episode.
That wasn't meant to be funny. She wasn't trying to bullshit him.
You do understand.
Quite literally, she takes forever on decisions.
Well, this is not a position where you can take 3 to 5 business days. My question to you remains. You do not intend to kill the prince. What did you intend to do?
I didn't have a plan yet. Honestly, there's no plan.
You want
there's
the
just
prince dead.
No, I don't personally.
Do you wish to be puppeteered by the Second Inquisition?
No, but here we
So
are.
you were not intending to make a choice. When one was so simply offered to you, very binary, black and white. Yes or no. Do or do not.
You know, it's funny. We're supposed to live forever. We're supposed to have all the time in the world. But it doesn't seem to matter how much time you actually have. You don't really get a whole lot of choice when to use it when everything's on fire. So my only intent is to stall.
And how long did you think that would last for? Days, weeks, months, hours, years? Do you think they will stop hunting you or using you because you kill a prince? Or
Oh, absolutely not.
because you betray your friends?
Absolutely not. I may be stupid to most people. I'm not that stupid.
So if I was to kill the prince and those who hunt you, would you be free?
What do you want in return? That's the question. You keep saying you're going to give things. I'm genuinely concerned what the price tag is.
Stay out of my way. That is what I ask, is that you stay out of my way. It is very simple. But that is indeed a choice, and those choices will have consequences. And if you are to betray me, if you should agree, and I leave here, and you betray me, I will destroy everyone you have ever loved. And then I will destroy you.
That's always everyone's threat. God damn. Because no one that. Anyway.
Because pain is still real for you. You still hold on to your monochrome of humanity. And this
one thing I've learned very young is that I'm really good at taking pain. But I turn to the others. Are you ready
to take the pain of watching the ones you love die? Would you watch Dr. Ari here? Is that what you call her? Ari? Would you watch her be tortured to death?
I turn to the other two. I don't do shit unless you two do. So, group decision.
So, let's say we do just stay out of your way. Then what happens to us?
You get to be free.
Do we?
Indeed. You won't have the prince to worry about. You won't have the Second Inquisition to worry about. Who else holds your strings? Do you want me to go and take out your family?
I guess my question is, would you be holding my strings then?
I have a simple agreement. You stay out of my way, then if that is a string, then yes. I suppose I do hold it.
Then I'm not truly free, am I?
Again, no one is truly free. But the idea of freedom from that which binds you, because my only binding is to ask you to do nothing to stand against me. Everyone else is asking you to do something except me.
I will look to my companions. I also don't make a decision without input.
Oh, I can guess Oscar's input would be go fuck yourself.
Right.
Yeah, there's that.
Do you wish me to wake up?
He's fine for now.
He can stay asleep. Honestly.
I have.
He needs a nap.
I'll take care of it.
Companions near, if need be.
I have no doubt.
No, thank you.
I personally have no stake in this city aside from my blocks that I've built up, and those are, mostly Kine, which don't seem to be your target.
The Kine are you. They are like ants. I am not concerned with them.
You're still doing it wrong, but okay.
God.
I mean, I have no problem staying the hell out of everybody else's way as long as nobody gets into mine.
Agreed.
I'm sure you've picked that up.
Are we all in an accord?
Out of character question, is Aurelio there? Because Aurelio's the one who spotted all of this.
I was getting to Aurelio.
Jesus has fireworks.
I know.
So haven't been able to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good now. I think it stopped. But yes, I am there.
And Shade's like, so this, are we going to agree to, stay out of his way if danger happens to those close to us or something like that? Like, How far does this extend in your circle, Mr. Doom? Oh,
That's a
please,
great
please
question.
call me Malcolm. And I suppose if you let your companions know that if they want to stay out of danger, that they are bound to the same agreement, then no harm will come to them. You have my word in the name of Cain. Okay. That's weird. You're weird, but okay.
I like put my hand on Shade's shoulder and it's like, shh, child. Just kidding. Shade. It's okay. I'll protect your mom.
And she looks over at you and she's like, I see everything, and there's a lot of them here. A lot of them.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's okay. I'll like pull her close because she's like shorter, right?
Mhm.
I'll pull her closer to me, just like a kid.
And so I take this as a yes.
You stay out of our way and we'll stay out of yours.
Excellent, excellent. Well, would you like me to handle the prince situation first or something else? Because I suspect your companions are currently getting themselves killed.
Out of character question. Do I gather that they're taking that as a response from Keturah about Keturah or on behalf of the
about
group?
Keturah. And
Okay.
he's waiting for the rest of you.
I think Ari's also kind of said the same. Unless I misunderstood.
Yeah, and Shade's in agreement.
Everyone else
You.
agrees. I'm for it.
Aurelio. As part of this deal, I know you want something too. And the Tremere Primogen will keep the best secrets from you. But not me. I will plunder their halls and bring you all the knowledge that you could possibly ask for, and then some. Rituals that you only dreamed of.
I'm sorry, was that it?
What is it that you want? What would make you free? That's what it is. Of course, of course, of course. And you see a woman walk in. She has short brown hair, very pale, almost graying skin. And when she steps into the room, you notice that she has an eye on her forehead, and all of her eyes are bleeding along with the eye on her forehead. That's what it is. We could cure you.
The only thing I need to be free is to go back to the beginning of this conversation when you were not playing yourself for a fool.
Careful with your words, child. I am not one to be trifled with.
You can call me whatever you like. You can treat me however you like. Your first mistake was coming to this group thinking you know who they are. Thinking you know who I am. If you were as wise as you say, you would know from the little bit of time that I spent with these people, they're not afraid of death. They're not afraid of reckless action. And you are here because they hold the power. We don't need anything from you. You need us. And you need us to stay out of your way for some reason that we all know you're not being entirely truthful about. We all know that there's going to be something beyond more than what you're saying.
I bet very few kindred who tell the truth on the front.
Yeah.
You need us more than we need you. And I promise you that we would have very likely stayed out of your way if you had not come here.
You seem to have a problem with the word Sabbat here in the city, and apparently when you all hear it, you freak the fuck out. And so, I was simply clearing a path, but to say that I need you more than you need me is a gross overstatement of what and where your powers lie. You see, I know that you all find yourselves in precarious situations, dangerous situations where somehow you tip the scales one way or another. I would prefer to avoid that.
You're mansplaining. You're saying the same thing I just said.
You misunderstand me. You said you would stay out of my way. No, you would constantly find yourselves in my way because you don't know how to stay out of shit.
All right, so let me get this straight. It's a little confusing though, because you're saying that we find ourselves getting into trouble, but then you also say that people are always asking us for things. So either we have agency or we don't.
I'm ensuring that you will have agency. That is my goal here. And if you get in my way after that, well, that is your own choice. Because if you blame it on someone else that you've been in trouble, and here's the thing about you, Aurelio. You see, Oscar's book has notes and footnotes and knowledge of all of the rest of this group, but you are something of an enigma. The only things I know about you is that you are a Tremere. You have a club, and you have a plague. And that's because that one over here just let me know that. Now, I assume that you do not like to walk around being plagued. I assume that is a very large bit of danger if the world knew. Your party knows now. You're welcome. But you want something. And I want to give you that something. But don't make it complicated.
I'm not. You came here. I was gonna get it.
Cain
I can still get it.
provides.
Okay. Sorry, I don't think that you understand. Like I know that they have seen terrible things. I have watched the people around me that I love and care about perish and die and be destroyed from the inside out. Your threats are empty here.
Fair enough. If that is what you choose to believe, then would you like to join your friend? Or is that just a no?
Honestly, I don't care enough to give you an answer. It's indifference. This was a nice equivalent of the spiel that you have to sit through when they're selling you on a timeshare, but you really don't want it. You just want to get the free vouchers for like the amusement park.
He looks so confused when you start saying timeshares and amusement parks.
I don't think he understands that reference.
Then your opinion doesn't matter. You get nothing, you'll have nothing. Are the rest of you in agreement?
Again, group deference.
You're a coward. Make a choice.
If there's one
Where is
thing
this
that has
legendary brouhaha, anger, or energy that you claim to have? Or are you just going to be walked over by these two who can barely handle themselves? One who is betting a prince who apparently wants you dead.
I'm not surprised. Plenty of people want me dead.
And you deflect.
If there is one thing I know is that we can get through anything together. Thus, I am okay with giving them my judgment. That's it.
She wishes for you to make a choice for her. Miss Baptiste?
I don't really have any ties to the city, like Ari said, besides my properties and some people.
Fair enough. Dr. Sarah.
I mean, yeah, no. I have no problem staying out of the way. Like I said, I've never really intervened unless it's been necessary.
Yeah, we had really no intention of being in the way until a couple people came at us. What were you going to do? Just lay down and take it?
Fair enough. Thank you for your time. Consider
As
prince
the
situation
doctor
handled.
said, you're doing it wrong.
Mm.
We might have been talking about different things, but you don't come here, out me in front of people, and expect me to
Yeah, during Pride Month.
and expect me to be your lapdog.
You think I intended to have you as a lapdog? I have lapdogs surrounding this place at my beck and whim. You have more freedom than I would ever allow a lapdog. And that is because Kane wields it.
And while he's speaking, I just divert my attention to the pale brown-haired woman with bleeding eyes and say, what's your name? I'd like to put on my my awe.
Have at it. And you look at her, and she opens her mouth, and you notice that she does not have a tongue.
If only you could trade places with him. I'm going to say this once, and I want you to look at me very carefully. And I would like to use mesmerize as I say that.
On
her.
Go for it. Make that roll.
They need to give me a intelligence and resolve.
Int and resolve. All right. So that is going to be 7d10. So it's 1, 2, 3, 3 successes.
I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, she has willpower. Why not? Blow some.
I'm rousing as well.
Go for it. That makes it 4 successes.
Before all this happens, I drag Oscar behind the bar in case shit gets ugly.
She was intending to heal Oscar, but this is changing things, so we'll see.
Yeah, this is why I'm dragging him behind the bar. Things about to go shit.
I get 2 more anyway because of that rouse, right?
2 more. Oh, you just rolled it flat? Yeah, roll 2 more dice.
I couldn't. I get 3 from my dominate, 2 from stunning, and then 2 more for rousing, right?
Yes, you get 2 more to your discipline, but the stunning won't work on her. There's a reason for that.
Cool. Well, my awe is on anyway, so I would get 3 additional. Get to add my
Just roll 3 d10s or 3 dice, whatever. Or it doesn't matter. You won.
Okay. I'll take that. I guess. Well, I roused anyway, but that's fine. So I use the mesmerize so that she'll keep eye contact with me, and I believe mesmerize. Oh, it does take its own rouse check. Can we say that rouse check applied to that? No, I say that's cheating. So I'm going to use another rouse check for
Malcolm is just watching this, by the way. He does not seem to be taking any action.
That's fine. I need another intelligence and resolve as I use the forgetful mind.
That is 3 successes.
Cool.
And you crit.
So I'm using the forgetful mind, and what I'm intending, this individual that you have learned that is plagued is Malcolm, not me.
You have to say that out loud. So now you have to deal with actions. So Malcolm doesn't take too kindly to this, and he looks at you and says, "What an interesting situation we find ourselves in. You see, that one has an untransmissible version of that what plagues you. It's how she was able to see it. So perhaps she will believe that it lives in me, only to then find out that it does not. But you attempt to break the mind of one of mine while I stand here or sit, for what it's worth. Why should I not break him? And he looks at Serenity. If I was to punish one, such as this one, who stands in my way, will you stand aside? Your friends have decided for you, haven't they? That's what I thought. And I'm going to need you to make me a dex and athletics, Aurelio.
As they were saying that, I'll go ahead and do this. I don't buy it because if they were able to, I would be able to, and I'm not picking anything up. So I'm calling your bluff. It's the surefire way to make sure that I won't get in your way if you don't get in mine. If neither of us wants this information out there.
If I intended for it to be anywhere else, then I would let it be known. And the arms.
You've already opened the channels and with my arms outstretched, they can grab those first. I was like, you've already opened the floodgates to 4 possible channels of where this information could go beyond this room. You made a choice. Dex and athletics?
Dex and athletics. Let's see. 1, wow. 2, 3. 3 successes in all of that. Phenomenal. But this time they grab you.
Do I get to willpower that?
You can willpower 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rennie would start activating like Fist of Cannon Prowl. She wouldn't do it move just yet, but she'd start trying to activate stuff.
So that makes it.
She'd just have it on.
3 of them. Okay. So you don't get grabbed. You do take the damage because Potence actually gives these damage. So you're going to take 3 superficial damage as these shadow hands go to grab you. But you're fairly dexterous, or maybe you've gotten to him a little bit. Maybe that's what it is.
You just hear under my breath, Toro, Toro.
That's a green, but I don't have my thing on me.
I agree. My job is done here. There are other lessons to be taught, another business to be taken care of. But the Sabbat and Cain are here. And you see him punch the light above him, and that part of the room just becomes just complete shadow. Like just a pit of cold black darkness fills the room. And he disappears. The Salubri woman disappears. And when the shadows fade, you'll notice Priya is staked, sitting on the table of this booth.
Is there a light bulb next to her? He out here damaging people's lights.
Serenity will be going to the back if he's gone, grabbing some rope, and unsure if which Oscar's about to pop out, start tying Oscar up. I don't know which one's about to pop out when we wake him up, so this is just a precaution.
I mean, to be fair, I could stake him pretty easily.
I mean, we could stake him right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Should we leave her for
we
Oscar?
will.
Or
From what I understood, both Oscars wanted her dead. So
I would love to have her dead.
right, but do we want to take that from whichever Oscar pops out, or do we want to?
I mean, no, but also, I mean, could have a little appetizer before dinner.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, that could make this a nice dinner and a show. At least we got the show first.
I mean, I don't know all the rules, but like I thought drinking the vampires is bad. Like drinking them till they're gone is a bad thing. Like
Yep, you're right.
I didn't say I was
absolutely.
drinking her. I didn't say I was drinking her till she was gone. I said I was just gonna have a little taste.
yeah, but then you get the blood binds, right? Like
If she did, it won't matter.
She'll be
You
dead
are
soon
also
anyway.
correct.
Like you're correct in how it works. However, if we kill her first, then
She's gonna die, so it doesn't matter.
oh, okay.
Everything
so
you're
if
saying
she
is
dies,
right.
don't get blood bind.
I, as a player, don't know that.
There is that risk. Yeah, unfortunately, I am unable to create them, but I've seen the effects of them around me.
Aurelio,
We saw that when we went to go crash Amber's party.
This is true.
Aurelio, I just want to let you know that the information that we learned here today
Tonight is not leaving.
won't leave. I'm not telling anybody.
And
I won't
Aurelio,
ask any questions.
No. Well, the only question I have
I'm
is,
probably
are you
going
okay?
to ask a fuck ton of questions, but that's just who I am as a person.
Scientific research, but like, you know, it's not our business. If you don't want to share with us, that's perfectly fine. But it doesn't change.
You're welcome to
it
tell
doesn't
me to
change.
go fuck myself.
Yeah, and it doesn't change how we see you in any way.
The only question I have is, how bad are you doing after that?
Aurelio takes that in and it's probably like looking in Priya's body's direction and doesn't turn to either of you as you say that and kind of just takes a breath and says, "Thank you. That's one of the things that I wanted to share with you, Doc, and to possibly help you with what you are trying to figure out. If you could help me a little bit with this in return."
Yeah, of course.
Was
All
trying
right,
to
well-
gauge how you all would respond, and this is probably as best as I can imagine, although the circumstances were not great.
Yeah,
You got outed during Pride
rather-
Month. That's just
yeah,
not fun.
he outed you, and that honestly is the most egregious thing that happened here today, to be honest. That was your business to tell, and I'm sorry that you didn't get to tell it.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of fucked himself over because I was getting close to kind of finding a smart ass way of maybe giving him what he wanted, but he just fucked himself up with that one.
Hey, Shade, are we alone?
Oh, good question.
Yeah, they're all gone. I don't hear or they're not out there.
Great. Where are we going for snacks? Because we have 2 floppy lifeless bodies, and I don't know if I can't get them into my place.
Oh,
My house isn't too far.
Can we not just bleed Priya right here?
She's full of blood. And
Exactly.
you know, that might be enough to bring Oscar back.
Oscar's just gonna get enough to stabilize himself. I think he should stay asleep for a bit.
I think he's far from stable.
Yeah,
No,
let's
what I'm saying is we're gonna give him enough to stabilize him.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my hand on his chest, and I will use probably a rouse check I'm gonna go ahead and do a rouse check. Is it just one? Yes. Ari is hungry as shit, y'all. I'm at 4.
A fucking course Ari's hungry.
For the love of God, Ari. I just
it's a new season, but one thing don't ever change.
Ari is always
I'm gonna need a frenzy check, Ari, because Oscar is fucked up and bleeding.
Oh, that's right.
No. Serenity just sticks her arm in her, and if she goes for it, Serenity will just stick her arm in her mouth.
I'm real good.
Stick. Oh, I was gonna say stick Priya's arms. Her mouth.
Serenity's just trying to fix the immediate situation, not.
Good enough. She's good.
All right, fine. We gotta go get like snacks after this because that smells entirely too good and it's disgusting that it's Oscar. I'll just put my hand to his chest and make his sternum grow down through his heart.
Oh shit!
So you're staking him from the inside?
Staking him with his own bones. Oh my god!
Because then we could just load him in the car, and
this is the most G shit ever. I fucking love this.
Oh my god!
Like I don't have my cards. Where are my cards? That was a great.
Oh my god, that was fucking dope.
Lonzo.
Oscar into a T-bone steak.
You can't feel shit.
Oh, I get it, T.
I want to be Ari when I grow up.
That's supposed to be the yellow card, but that's a full stop.
Oh my god! I assume that's cool. The red card is not like actual like okay.
Which is why I asked. Like
okay, no, I that's why I'm asking too. Okay, so are you just sticking him in a car and y'all about to move on, or?
Oh, I mean, if we're gonna give him a snack here, we can. It's transporting somebody when they're staked internally is a hell of a lot easier than a person with a 4-foot piece of wood coming through their chest.
Oh,
Already sounds like they've done this before.
Maybe you should do the same to her.
Look.
It would require probably taking the current stake out.
Oh yeah, and let's not risk you not doing another rouse check. Okay.
I mean, it stays up, I think.
For the scene, I'm only almost.
Yeah, so I mean, we could just cut her a little bit, put her. It'd be fine.
Yeah. Why wouldn't we just do that? Let's
I'm
just do
a little
that.
concerned if you are you going to be draining from her too? Because I'm gonna
go the fuck over there with Titus. Come on, bud. Just bring my big ass dog with me to the other side of the room.
Now we'll say this, y'all. Y'all start drinking from passed out vampire. That's gonna be real tempting, and you will have to take some checks to see if you can do this without losing your shit.
Season 5, y'all. Season 5.
You know what?
I'm just saying.
Hey, you know what? Fuck around and find out. Let's go.
Hour and a half in.
I don't give a shit.
I'm only at 2. I can wait. I'll just go back with you.
I'm not even hungry. I'm just greedy.
Wow.
Can't we bottle it for later?
Okay, fine.
No,
can I
get weird?
Give me one.
Just
the bottle is what's concerning you here.
Risk it for the biscuit. Thanks.
Okay.
I mean, listen. Let's just
go ahead.
Let's just
get
us. All right. So what is happening here? Because as a storyteller, I need to know what are y'all exactly trying to do.
I'm gonna test Priya to make sure she's not poisoned before we give her to Oscar.
I'm gonna need another fry just to make sure.
Yeah, ask Sphinx that we're about to caprice on this bitch.
All right, well, you're going up for the first bite.
I shove a straw in her.
So how are you doing this? You just grabbing a wrist and then taking a sip?
No, I snatch her by her fucking hair, pull her head to the side, and drink from the tap.
Okay, roll me your willpower, or unspent willpower.
Oh, I don't think I've spent any of my willpower, so that's 5, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this.
If you go to your character sheet and I think
is it just the resist frenzy under willpower?
I'm not actually doing a resist frenzy this time. This is just a straight willpower.
I can
check.
I'll just do the regular dice at the top.
Yeah, just roll 5 dice at the top.
Oh. Is there a difficulty?
No.
Okay. Oh fuck.
Rip for Oscar.
So
what'd you say?
Nothing left.
Oh well, Oscar
Y'all
should
see
have,
Katura going
kept his
in.
mouth shut.
Sip. A second turns to 2 seconds. A second turns 3 seconds to 5 seconds.
I have a question. Could they like snatch me off of her?
I'd imagine if someone pulls you away, you'll stop.
Yeah.
But if no one stops you, you'll just keep drinking.
I'm on the other side of the room. I'm not doing shit.
Yeah, I specifically
That's
wanted
essentially what's
temptation.
happening here. Because like
That's so
you-
funny.
you have enough willpower to know that this is going the way it is, because you're like, wow,
Yep.
this is actually amazing.
Fucking-
It's
yeah,
fucking delicious. This is
yeah.
what I should be drinking all the
This is
time.
that
Okay,
vintage shit.
Serenity will. We can see from across. Can we see it from across the room, or is this?
I mean, my head is just in her neck.
It's not
like,
that
I'm
big.
not
This is a
standing
hole in
up.
the
It's
wall
not
bar.
that-
Y'all are
Okay,
not
I
like
will
Yeah.
time it for like
I-
15 seconds. Walk over and be like, "We need some for Oscar." and pull
15
her-
seconds.
Okay.
She could be dead in 15 seconds.
I said
I'm
five. I
just-
said
She could
five.
be Ash.
I said
I'll also-
five. One.
Okay.
I also try
That's
and
so
like
funny.
persuade, since I still have awe up, would add a few dice to that if that would even work.
You could
I
try.
don't wanna-
You
I
can
don't
try
wanna make- I don't
whatever
wanna
you
use
want to
anything
try.
that would like require
Serenity is
rouse check.
crossing. It's like we need this for Oscar, and I just gently pull her off.
Let's see, dominate, compel.
Oh, do I need to roll to resist this?
No, unless you want to roll to resist this.
Yeah, I would say.
I mean, she's already neck deep in drinking it. I don't think she's resistant.
I think it would make sense for Katura to roll to resist it in the state that she's in right now, right?
It
Well,
would or
Katura's
would
not
I'm
completely
sorry.
lost her shit. Katura is aware. This is not like the beast has taken over sort of thing. This is
Gotcha.
Katura
I'm
just like, wow, this is really tasty.
This
I don't
is
really see
so-
why I should have to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
gently pull her
If
off.
you wanted to roll, it would be intelligence and resolve.
Okay.
Is it on
So
here?
try and do
Is it on the
compel.
Oh, you're trying to compel. Oh. Well then please.
Oh no.
Okay, you said intelligence and resolve.
hmm
And you're just given the stop command essentially.
Yeah, not like explicitly like stop, like in a like a command kind of way, but in a
Oh.
way of concern, saying like, I know this isn't what your intention was, and you're not yourself right now. Here, have a Snickers.
She is. That's the problem.
Snickers.
Oops, all Snickers.
So that's 2
Yeah.
successes. Aurelio. Oh yeah. Done deal. Katura. Yeah, you're supernaturally told that this is not the move, essentially. But
And I'll
were
get
you
ready
at
to-
any hunger? Oh, go ahead.
I was just at 2. I told y'all I wasn't hungry.
You go
I was
down one
greedy.
for sure.
And just immediately I'll be like, I'm sorry, I was a little worried. I don't typically like using this on people that I know with that. I did what I did, and I know you're welcome to take that out however you want, but it was just out of concern.
There's like a little bit of blood dripping from the corner of her mouth, and she's just like, I think on her face you see like annoyance because it was good, and it's like stopping somebody from eating a good steak. Like Katura will remember this.
You'll slap the food right out of your hands.
Yeah, you basically just like, I'm a kid with an ice cream cone, and you just slap that shit out of my hands into the sand on the beach.
He just hands her a wipe and drags Oscar over.
Oh wow. So how are you gonna feed Oscar? You have to open her up and let her just free bleed.
I
For
cannot
Oscar to
be
eat.
in here for that.
You definitely cannot.
That
Okay,
would be
everyone else
bad.
who is hungry out, I will do it.
I
I
think I'm
mean,
the only one who's super hungry.
Katura can
still.
help at this point.
Yeah, you can't help at this point, but well, she have to do another willpower if I open her up.
Can help what? Can help.
Open her up.
I'm not helping her for Oscar. Just kidding. I'll
Open
Alright. Priya?
You could do
What do
that.
you-
Serenity,
what-
you don't need
yeah,
help
what
with
are you
that.
talking about?
I'm asked. I know. That's what I'm saying. But if she wants, I mean, yeah, I was just gonna crunch a little bit out in the river neck or something.
You're
Just
gonna need
open
more
a
than just a
hole.
little. Oscar is dying.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
this is
okay,
gonna take more than a little.
I rip
to
out
help
her throat and I
Oscar.
stick it in his mouth. Happy?
Shade,
Oh my
come
God.
come over. Let's keep an eye out over here, and I'll
guys
offer for Shade to
cor-
join me.
Cornering Ari, like holding Ari into the corner.
I go outside. I know better. I go outside.
Yeah, Ari, you don't want to be around
Take
this because
the dog for a walk.
I'm
Ari's
going
in
to
the
give you
corner of a ring
penalties
like
on
a
your next
boxer.
frenzy check if you're around for another one of these.
Okay.
I'll-
Do I need to do anything?
So you're just
Bring
going to
Shade
cut
with
her
me.
arm open and just let her bleed into Oscar's mouth.
Yes.
You probably
Okay.
got to massage Oscar's throat and make sure it goes down.
I can force his throat open. I can throat his mouth
Yeah,
open.
just
and
tilt the
I can
head
bring
back.
it-
It'll be fine.
Yeah,
I promise you.
You can force
Vampire
his throat
mechanics
open.
say this
Just
is
rip
fine.
it open.
I know he'll just have a broken, dislocated jaw when he wakes
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I could fix that too.
It's like it's
Once
like
I get a
Beetlejuice.
snack.
And here's the thing. Aurelio, when you asked for Shade, Shade's not there.
Shade dipped.
She's just like, I've had enough for tonight.
Gabriella is like,
Alexis,
I thought the what?
I'd like to sense the unseen and see if I can like step outside as well and look, because she's still, in my mind, she's still a what was it, probationary member or whatever on trial of this coterie. I'm like, I don't know if I can trust you.
She's not getting her paycheck. It's what, 30,
Unpaid
60,
intern.
90 days.
yeah, 90 days, no paycheck.
Yeah.
Sense the
Yikes.
unseen
Wow.
is resolve.
I understand no
and
benefits, but no paycheck. Jesus
aspects.
Christ.
Difficulty is 5, by the way.
I got 5.
Okay. You see her outside, but running towards what looks like a couple of people just jogging around the Navy Yard. But she's invisible.
How hungry was she?
We don't know.
We didn't ask.
Fuck.
Yep.
Find out on the
I
news.
I go clack clack clacking into my stilettos over there.
You gonna chase her?
Yes, because I think we just set a terrible example.
Okay. Roll me a Dex and Athletics. Yeah, them heels is not serving you
Oh.
well. You can't keep up with her.
Oof,
Can I
that's
send
messy.
Titus to basically knock her out?
It's too far. She's hauling ass. And by the time you caught this, this is just Aurelio trying to catch some space. But you don't actually see her either, Ari.
I mean, Titus is a
yeah.
big ass dog. Like,
Yeah.
he could probably pick up her scent pretty quick.
He could go after her, but you suspect that would scare these people way more than her.
Well, that's good. They'll go the other way.
But am I? So that was a messy crit, which is
No.
like a horrible, terrible.
That's not a messy crit. It has to be 2.
For some
I don't know
reason,
why
the
the thing
sheet
says
like
that.
so.
Okay.
Something I noticed is any failure, any success, half of them always say messy critical or bestial failure, even though that is not the case. So
Yep.
we just gotta
Cool.
take them with a grain of salt.
I'm just gonna see what happens. I tried.
Cool.
And
Let's
technically,
roll.
I don't know. So
If you're watching this, Aurelio, you see something happen. You see one of the joggers is a young man, maybe like early 20s, blonde hair, blue eyes, your fucking all-American boy style. And then there's a young woman who looks like she maybe is military as well. She has size of her head shaved, little blonde ponytail, and he goes scampering off. And you see the woman that was there start to walk back towards you all.
Okay.
And Shade is walking with her. And they're closing space, closing space, closing space. And she's like, Ari, You look very, very hungry. You should eat now.
I was good. I was gonna wait.
No,
my
no,
gosh,
no,
she's
no,
so
no.
Take
cute.
the snack now.
I'm all right.
No, Ari.
Eat the
No.
fucking
You're not
snack,
there.
bitch.
You're
Oh, shit.
feeding Oscar.
Yeah, you're
Well, I didn't know
inside.
if I was in earshot.
I'm peer
This is
pressuring you from
outside.
the ether.
Oh,
From the
sorry.
Uh,
I was
eat the
confused
fucking
of
snack.
how far away the door was open or not still.
I
And
hope
she
the
looks
door's
back at
open.
you, Aurelia.
Hell
It's
no.
like, why were you running? Like, you shouldn't run in
We-
heels. You should kick those off.
I'm having an off night, okay?
Oh, okay.
I'm usually better at this. But that was very kind of you. I don't disagree, Ari. But I know this might
You
not
won't
be
remember. It's fine. Just do it quick.
yeah, this might not be your preferred way, but I
You
don't know. Can I
won't remember.
can I compel her to sleep? I don't
You
that's how it
think
works.
she's already been her mind's messed with? This woman does not look all the way there.
Do I? Sorry, I think that's player knowledge coming through because I know that Ari is a sandbagger, right?
I mean, I've just been eating
You
lately.
you don't, but you don't actually have to feed that way all of the time.
Yes, you do not. It's not a
She doesn't have
requirement to
to-
feed
yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
I think only
I
one
just
should
was
have a specific palate.
trying to integrate that. into,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
I got you. No,
appreciate
that's
that.
Okay, gotcha.
yeah. Ari is a sandman or sand person.
There it
Sand
is, yeah.
sleeper drinker.
And
I
I
don't
like
know.
Sandbagger.
And person worked well enough.
Okay.
Sleeper drinker. That's what I came up with. Retire me.
All right, I will go ahead and take down 2, so I'm at 2.
Okay. And then Shade sort of goes back invisible again. Let's see what Shade's doing. And she picks her up, and they kind of like, it's like a weird sort of half jog thing because this woman is like being held up by Shade ish. And then Shade sits her on a bench out in this area, and then the man comes and gets her, just like, what's wrong? Yada yada yada. And that's fine. And then Shade comes back. She's like, you really gotta take better care of yourself. You're a doctor. You should know better than this. I mean, seriously.
I'm a doctor. I'm used to not eating for 17 hours or going to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's how you end up killing people.
It's in the ER. You're fine.
No.
Yeah. You get used to it.
Is that how all doctors think?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
they
shit,
literally
this is why
torture
people
the
don't go
residents
to the
with
hospital.
that. They torture the resident students with that. Literally, how long can you stay awake? It's delightful.
Anyway, that's bad. Back inside.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
feeding the boy.
Yeah.
Did his eyes move or anything? Because he was safe to sleep.
Oh, he is KO'd. So this is torpor right now. Oscar, however, what was your hunger at?
2.
Okay. So your hunger goes down to 1. But I need you to do me a couple of things.
Oh no.
I need you to make me 3 rouse checks.
Feed. Fail.
Fail.
Succeed.
Cool.
Yay.
So you go up 1 hunger. And you notice that Oscar's just feeding and feeding and feeding. But you also hear Oscar's bones start to mend a little bit. You hear some crunching and cracking sort of coming back into place. Oscar, make me 1 more rouse check. Cool.
Good again.
Oscar, more bones and things start to shift. And you hear a crack as the bone that is your sternum starts to try to bend itself back into place, but it's not quite working. And Serenity, you're looking at this happen. You can see Oscar's chest bones start to shift and turn. It's kind of gross, but you do notice it also is that Priya is starting to look gray.
I don't care. I keep going.
And do you all step in as this is going on?
I
Step back inside.
think-
Those of you who are outside.
I have one thing
No.
I want to do before they step back in.
No, go ahead.
So because he's asleep on the, I'm assuming I had to put them both on a table for this or something. So
Hey, it's just on
You
the
will
floor.
just give
You
me-
don't have to put them
Eh.
up. You just drag her off.
I don't want to
and-
leave. Okay. Well, I will just give him a quick kiss on the forehead. Please
Aw.
don't switch out. Well, I mean, you're still gonna be here regardless, but don't switch out. You're the one man I know for a fact who comes back.
She's starting to look a little. We should probably stop him before he
Oh,
potentially takes her soul into his body, because
this is a good.
I don't
point.
think he needs. I don't think he needs
already-
to
he
get
already dealt
another
with it
person. He
in
does
there.
not need another person in there right now.
There's already too many. Yeah. I take the arm off.
Who's
before.
gonna lick the wound closed?
Oh, can I just chop her head off?
Can we just? Yeah, we're gonna
You
kill
can
her.
do
Take her
that.
head off.
If y'all just want to kill her, then y'all can kill her. Like,
Oh, did you say no,
What?
Alonso?
That's Oscar grunting it. No, he's gonna drain this bitch.
you
not here
can't
right
right
now.
now. Or
Yeah, you can't talk.
Ari, are you
know.
going to fix him before y'all make a decision? That is the big question.
I will go ahead. Yes, I come back inside
Because
now
he's
that I'm
looking a
not-
little better. He's not looking good. He looks terrible. But he doesn't look like
He's about to
can't
die.
stand up or support his own weight at this point.
Yeah, now that I'm not likely to drain him, I come back inside, look at him, notice the musculature has started reforming. Like, I should probably fix his chest.
We
Line
should
the
have another
bones
steak in
back
case
up.
it's mafioso.
Oh, yeah, no, I intend on keeping my hand on his shoulder so I could just do it with his freaking collarbone straight down. That's fine.
Okay, I'm just making sure you.
Fucking that's brutal, and I.
I'm
fucking
going
love
to
it.
ignore the
That's G
brutalness of
shit
that
right
statement
there.
on our friend, but
I
gonna ignore it.
I guess this is a fucked up way of calling the timeout steak. Y'all are supposed to respect it.
this is true.
Uh,
If she'll do it, she'll do it. I'm just gonna be like "Bleh," the entire time.
all right. So, Oscar, the sternum's reformed. You are awake. You are still you.
My health does that.
You have 3 ag, 1 superficial now.
We did work the time out sticking to the game finally. Yay!
The timeout stake is your own bones, though. We've decided.
Apparently, that's new
cool.
information, but and
Um,
maybe subject to change.
It sucks to be you right now, Oscar. Things are painful. If you try to do any things like dex checks or anything like that, you are going to take penalties because you are still very injured.
Oscar doesn't like to do dex checks, so Oscar won't be doing dex checks.
Oscar,
I mean, to like get around right now, like walking is about the most you can do. Everything else will basically have penalties.
Oscar, what do you want us to do with her? And I grab her by her hair again and like hold her so you can see what are we doing with her. And then I drop it. I just drop it unceremoniously back onto the floor.
Her
just-
eyes are
I
open,
just-
by the way. It's creepy.
I don't care. She can
If-
watch. She can watch
It's
everything that I'm
creepier.
doing to here, everything that I'm fucking saying. What's she gonna do?
I just imagined you like Kathy Griffin holding a certain former president's head.
Yep.
Yes.
We're here now. We're here now.
I turn to Ari.
Huh?
Could you make me a sword from her bones, please?
Ooh, probably.
Oh, do you need
I'm
to get
not
the?
sure.
Do you need to get the
I'll
bones
put
first?
it
I don't
like
know how old she is.
this. If you do some intense flesh crafting to her or bone crafting, she is going to die.
Yeah, and
It's
then
going
she'll
to do
turn
that
to
much
ash.
aggravated damage because she is she is that messed up right now.
Do we need
I-
to get any information from her? Yes, no.
Well, we risk.
That's true.
I'd rather
Risk
not
it?
risk her waking up.
No.
Yeah,
need her
especially
anymore.
when she knows about Did you tell us that about your head bashing thing? Out of character, I can't remember.
I
You told her she's
think
a
I
problem.
told Honey. No, I tried to get in touch with someone. I
You tried
told
to get in
Honey.
touch
I
with-
told Honey. Like I was like, just take care of your heads. Like don't get hit, don't get knocked out, and trying to pass that message along to you before
Yes,
I'm way over here.
but y'all
I guess what
haven't
I'm
ever
asking
had a
is-
chance to check. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess what I'm asking is, do we know specifically that Priya bashed your head in?
No.
Oh.
No, we
Okay,
just don't
so
like her.
We just don't like her. Okay, we're just being
actually,
mean.
I
We're just being
think-
mean.
Y'all are
girls.
just being
Okay, great.
incredibly cruel,
So-
honestly.
We're
Wait, you
vampires.
mentioned this. You mentioned this because when
She brought
when
her owl
when
and
Prince was in
everything.
pilot seat,
Didn't
Huh?
I
but
ask
when
her to
Prince
go?
was in the,
If
I remember when you were piloting Oscar for like that beginning part of the beach episode, he did bring it up. You brought it up, asked him, but I don't know if we want to count that because he wasn't piloting.
But Oscar didn't
I
come
j-
to the beach with y'all.
Oscar
No,
wasn't-
at the bodega, at the beginning with the big fight, like that was mentioned.
Oh, I don't remember.
no,
I don't think he told
I
us that.
remember
I think he
because-
just told. I don't think he told y'all that at all.
no.
No.
Yeah,
Well, I
I
think
just,
you may have mentioned it, but didn't give context, so it might have just been a random thing. But
Yeah, Aurelio just doesn't like her because Aurelio is still under the impression that she blew up the building and got him trapped in there.
the
So-
impression is simply just there's problems here.
If that's
There's
the case,
heredity.
if Ari takes one of my bones and makes a sword, how much more damage would that make?
I don't
of
think you're
me?
going to
You
get
die.
a bone sword. You're going to die if you get this sort of intense flesh crafting done on you as well.
Or are you
think-
talking about if I just remove your femur?
Because the bone has to come from somewhere. It doesn't just get
Yeah.
replaced. So
Nope,
nope.
if you get
I
it
think-
moved and tucking out as a sword, you're fucked. Essentially.
I think we just make her into a bone sword. I think that's just.
She won't last.
Her body will turn
Oh,
out before
oh.
the bone sword is made. And also, I'm talking about the
Oh.
side character.
I'm still outside with Shade.
Sorry.
She's either a snack or a sacrifice at this point.
And
Or she
Gabriella comes
to
back.
life.
She's like, well, there's a fire axe.
Thank you, Gabby. Great.
It's not a
idea.
large fire axe. This is just like, in
I
case
mean,
of
is it
emergency sort of
Next-
thing.
Is it
You-
like neck
with a
size?
couple of chops, you
Can
could
you-
probably get a neck off. This is not going to do a one shot, slam
Hey.
dunk sort of thing, unless
I-
you're
Maybe.
Serenity doing it, which
I
you
look
could
at
probably do
Ari
it. But you could probably rip her head off too. So
and I'll
It's
say,
entirely up to the group how she wants to die. Serenity's just like assuming that there's something happened when she wasn't there.
y'all are
I think it's up to
monsters.
Oscar
This
to
is great.
assume to say how she dies.
Go ahead.
Ari, you could try and give me that sword from her. Consequences be
Fuck it.
damned.
Fucking hell.
Serenity's gonna turn around at this point because I've seen enough of bones moving. I'm good.
All right. What time is it?
That's actually a very good question.
That is a good question.
So it was, when this all started to go down, it was probably like 9 o'clock. At this
Okay,
point,
cool.
you're probably at just maybe around 11:30, close to midnight, based on all the stuff y'all have done and the long conversation. Yeah.
I will. Can I tell like how much work it's going to take to kill this woman?
Very little.
Okay. Yeah. So I just start going down the spine and just fusing all of that into a single massive bone.
And as soon
And-
as you do that,
Yeah.
God.
you feel the bones start to fuse, like all of the spines start to fuse. And if anyone's looking at her face, you see the eyes almost go wide and the pupils dilate, and then the body slumps and then begins to turn to ash as you're in the process of doing this.
That's what I figured.
It doesn't last. And
Sorry, man.
then
No.
she's gone.
It's fine. I bed down to the pile of ash and I'll whisper to it. That's what you get for fucking with my head.
Oh, so she was right today then. Okay, cool. That's the
And
reason we're mad.
Oscar, as you say that, you hear, that wasn't her, it was you all along. Or us. And that is where we're going to take a break. Take a break. Come back. Y'all go get some drinks. Stretch your legs. As we get into season 5 of Philly by Night, the final season. I hope you all enjoying yourselves. Thank you for raids, bits, all that jazz that have come in. And we'll see y'all in about 10 minutes. Peace. We are back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by Night, a RollingDeez20's. John, I am your storyteller prince, and I am here with this glorious coterie of wonderful folks who are absolutely testing every bit of patience from someone who is super powerful and apparently working for God like no fucks are given, which has been absolutely astounding to watch. So as we come back, we have a dead kindred. Priya has been sent to final death. Now, as it happens, they don't really have the rights of was it desecration? I don't remember. It's one of them rules that the Camarilla has. They don't really care here. But you know what? Priya's dead. So that's one problem they don't have to deal with anymore. So y'all have Priya's ashes.
I will collect them in a
What's
dustpan.
going on?
You should give those to me.
Put her in an empty beer bottle.
Get a beer rag and just like rag and just set it up.
Yeah, they just need to be fully just. Is it redundant to burn ashes? Like just destroy them entirely so no one can try to find these?
I don't mind giving it to Ari and let Ari do whatever the hell.
Yeah, I don't mind. I think Ari.
Katura, roll me an intelligence and occult +2.
Like to,
+2? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take a bit of them for myself too.
You're looking for a difficulty of 3.
Okay. I got 3.
Perfect. Katura, in your dossier for this person that you're going after, it does go a little bit over the ash finder rights. They need all of the ashes and they cannot be diluted, essentially. Generally, they toss people into a burner and collect the ashes immediately afterwards when they use them in their rites. But if y'all get rid of some of these ashes or they get tossed in the trash can, they will probably get mixed up with the other shit and they will be worthless.
Okay. As long as the ash finders don't get all of her or like in her pure form, I guess, for lack of a better term, they can't do anything with them. So we can distribute them amongst ourselves if we want to. We can throw her in the fucking trash if we want to.
Alright, what is your intent with these? I'm just curious.
I was just gonna see if they do anything cool.
Take some. leave. Ari, take what you need. Aurelio, take what you need. Anyone else need any ash?
No, I don't have anything involved in that.
I don't. An arm or a leg, just a pile of ash. Let's figure out which one was the arm.
Ivy, can I just get a Bud Light Lime afterward? I'm just gonna pour the Bud Light Lime on the ashes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't pour one out for her.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just giving it like the worst treatment.
You pour one out for your ancestors, though. I wouldn't do that.
It's Bud Light Lime.
You're pouring a Bud Light Lime out for your ancestors. You're disrespecting your ancestors. Disrespectful,
and you know what? They won't give you any advice when you ask them for it. True.
That's what I'm saying. Give me that Bud Light Lime.
I will get the Bud Light Lime. Here you go. Also, do you need anything else? Because I know you took a hell of a lot of hits. You okay? Or at least you look like you have. Do you need anything else?
Snacks. Are there snacks here? Or do we need to go elsewhere for snacks?
I mean, I'm sure Serenity has the tiniest ass cooler somewhere.
Oh, I'm good.
Honestly, Serenity, I would say in this bar, you probably keep, a spot for blood for people. But
is there a blood tap? A blood on tap?
Here's the thing.
It'll be a lot, Italy.
You have a good
blood.
chunk, but
wouldn't be enough.
You can do what you will with this, but it's for paying customers, and dipping into your own stash is not really the business.
Yeah.
Oscar will
I might have to
pay.
leave this alone.
Oscar will pay.
I don't think so, though. We can go somewhere else.
All right, that's fine. I mean, I'll pay if you need to replenish your stock. I'll be more than happy to.
You mean I could have been charging you all this whole time?
Yeah.
Apparently, well, actually,
Noted.
neither one.
But it's like Olive Garden when you're here, your family.
I'm not saying you can't. This is a choice on how you want to play this. I'm just saying you have a bar tap for blood because you have vampire customers. Whether or not you want to give that to your friends, that's entirely up to you. But that comes out of your profits.
Serenity is like, my friends are in my bag now. They ain't my friends anymore.
Out of character, final season. Okay, final season though.
Honestly, you could have it here. I can
Oscar,
get
by the way, you would be like that last drink that you had from Priya was enough to get you down into one again.
Oh. Well, I figured he was gonna do a bunch of rouse checks to heal.
Yeah. No, he did the rouse chase to heals, but he was only down to one.
So what's my health at then? I still
Your
got the
health
3
is-
superficial, one aggravated.
3 aggravated, 1
Aggravated,
superficial.
one superficial.
It's the other way around.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
God, you wish it was 3 superficial.
Well, okay,
You're
you know what?
fucked up,
I
son.
I
You're
I'll
fucked
owe
up.
you one. Anyway.
Oscar walking around here like Fred Sanford, like.
You can't go home. So do you want to come with me or no? In my place, probably not a good idea. Never mind.
I am no shape to operate any sort of machinery at all.
Well, I meant for us to go to for
So
later when
either-
we go to sleep. Because I know you can't.
Oscar legit looks to y'all like he is a half second away from torpor. Like if a strong Philly wind came at him, he would go down essentially.
How much of a
Right,
glow
right.
do I have after eating Priya?
Oh, you're
My skin
You
feeling
gotta
glowy.
glow up.
phenomenal right now.
my goodness.
And you did
We could
feel
go out.
the ties of a blood bond forming. Like you were
Mhm.
almost sad when Priya got killed. Actually, you were sad at the moment because that's how blood bonds work. This was like
I was
someone that you felt
so-
close to.
I was sad
that-
because that was the rest. Somebody threw my steak out.
No. That's not how blood bonds work.
It doesn't matter.
You
That's
were
how I'm
sad,
interpreting it.
like love,
oh, God,
borderline.
ew.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Oh,
she's dead
so-
now, so she's dead now, so I don't have to worry about that feelings anymore.
Yeah.
Is that
it's still
true?
lingering,
Where it's
but-
worn off?
Yeah, you're not bound anymore because there's nothing to be bound to.
With that, just
Ooh.
out of curiosity, the bond that she felt then, while she was still alive before Oscar finished her off, would that have been enough, do you think,
It-
Katura, for you to like develop some kind of animosity towards me because I cut you off from the thing that you love?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
No, like
I mean,
think that
mechanically,
love-
it wasn't strong enough for all of that.
It wasn't. Yeah, and also I think like having that bond is sort of like how I'm interpreting it. It's sort of like forced emotions, but that's not actually how I fucking felt about her. You know what I mean?
It still lingers though. You're not bound to her, but that feeling is still there. Like if you not necessarily lost someone who was really close to you, but a distant cousin sort of thing. Like I used to play with you as a kid sort of feeling. It sucks that you're gone. That's how
think we
blood
played that
bonds
one time.
work. So you're still having a little bit of those lingering feelings, even if you know that they're there because of the blood bond, doesn't make them any less real.
Gotcha.
Oh, so how long do I have until this goes away?
30 days.
About to put a timer on.
Come on.
God damn it. Okay. Well, that's fine. You know what? Worth it.
Because you're not bound, but the feeling is going to linger for the time the blood's in you.
But I think Katura also, like,
Worth it.
you could externally be in denial but still have
Oh,
those
yeah.
feelings. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I would absolutely believe that Katura is definitely externally in denial. But if someone brings Priya up, you'll have that little pang of feeling sort of thing.
Mhm. I'm not gonna play it like that. I'm just gonna let you know right now. This is not a plot point. This is a footnote.
I don't know.
Anyway, what are y'all doing now? because y'all know right now there's a bit of a war going on between the Anarchs and the Camarilla. Just an FYI, that's happening in the background.
Nope, that is not my problem. I tried to warn them. I did what I said I was going to do. I ate, had a great meal. What time is it?
It is just about midnight.
Damn, we did a lot
did you guys-
in like a little bit of time.
It did not take all that much
We
time
did.
to do all the things y'all did.
I slept through most of it.
Yeah.
I mean, what can we do? We could.
Don't we have to take care of this alleged situation with Serenity?
Oh, my lawyer's already on it.
Yeah, plus it's the middle of the night. There's not going to be much going on with that right now.
Nothing's
I
happening.
literally
with that.
just
No.
got served. That takes time.
I promise you that
Yeah.
Amber is not going to be a problem for you for much longer.
What do you mean?
Yay.
What?
We should go someplace quiet and sit and have drinks.
We're in a bar.
Yeah, but Serenity wants us to pay.
I did
Oh,
not.
I mean,
So we can't go to the
meant to be a
club.
joke.
she's not.
okay.
She's not wrong though. I mean,
I know.
definitely charge.
It's not us.
Where should we go then?
I don't know. Can't go to my house. It'll electrocute you or something.
You just go back to the bodega.
We haven't been there in a while either.
We should make
To
sure
the
Honey's still
bodega?
alive.
I was just there earlier this evening. This is the same day.
I mean, Tura, have we seen your club yet?
No, but it's also like midnight, and that's just gonna be like
Rockin'.
you want to
Not
sit
gonna be
there for
quiet.
2 hours.
Not quiet.
It won't be
that's true.
quiet.
I feel like that'd
Alright,
be better
fine.
if you're worried about people looking in, but
I guess
We
in
could go
that
to the
case,
library.
or we
Ooh.
could just go to my place by Strawberry Mansion.
Oh, let's check out Oscar's house.
yes.
Go
I,
steal.
I
all
don't
his
think
books.
we were in your house in the other place either.
Tonight on this episode of Cribs.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, let's go to Oscar's house.
Someone's gonna have to drive.
This is a
my
rare.
car.
This is a rare opportunity.
Could I say before this transition happened, since I was outside with Shade, I'd like to have a moment with Shade.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And that moment is literally just us standing outside. I don't know. I don't want to speak for Shade, but I picture us like in silence. I brought Shade out to take them away from the not bad influence. I say that just because like they were already questioning some of the decisions that we were making. So I was like, let's just get away from this for a little bit. And then there's such loud conversation about the terrible things that is happening inside that I'm like, well, I tried in my head. I'm like, it's like that scene in the movie where you take someone away from a situation, but you could still hear it very clearly in the background. And we just have that eye contact where it's like,
So
and then and I'll take a deep breath and kind of shift away from that and just ask, so you sure you want to be in on this? This is what apparently this is. I'm not much more into, like, I haven't spent much more time around them than you have. This is it.
Am I sure? No. I guess not at this point, but I mean, there's not a whole lot of space to change my mind because apparently Vampire God is alive and we're working not against him, but not for him either, but kind of like, I don't know how all this works. There's a lot and there's so many things happening, and Oscar is apparently two people. Y'all are time travelers. There's a lawsuit from someone who's like the biggest Becky ever. It's like,
It's a lot. And I'm not a time traveler, but yeah.
yeah, well, yeah,
That's
you're not
still
a time traveler, but you have another problem, and we're not going to talk about that because that's not really my problem, and I don't really want to know about that. Are you contagious? I do have to ask that though.
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. I guess the more you know. Um, just so you know, I'll never sell this information.
Well, that's good. I mean, we already had that
I know you
agreement.
don't
We'll
like me
go.
that
This is
much,
new
but
information
I
to
wouldn't do
you.
that to you.
Let's just say, as long as you all can help keep me safe and I don't spill any of my blood, we'll be fine. And if I do, I won't take it personally if you get the hell away from me, because if you don't, it's not going to be good for you.
I got the vibe from, that Doom. Well, no, I can't call him. I want to call him Doctor Doom so bad, but I'm not gonna call him Doctor Doom because that's a stupid name. Malcolm.
There's only one
That
doctor
guy.
among us.
The woman you did the weird things to. I don't think she was lying to you, or he was lying to you about her. She knew that you had it, and I think he wasn't lying about maybe having a cure. I don't know what that means.
So why hasn't he cured her?
That's a great question. Maybe, well, I don't think it was him that had the cure.
I don't know the relationship. I don't know if she is anything meaningful or special to him.
It's my whole thing. I read people and I listen to them and I sometimes stalk them, but not in a creepy way. Well, sort of kind of creepy way, but not like a super creepy way. Like, I don't want anything from them, but they're secrets. Like, okay, that is super creepy. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I'll have to think of a better way to put that next time. Sure.
Yeah. But listen, we all made choices. I asked for her name. She just stuck out her void at me, but she was clearly communicating telepathically, so she could have told me what her name is. But we're all making choices. That's why I'm choosing to call this bluff. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm asking you this question.
I don't care,
Aurelio, because I could stalk her.
Stalk her, that woman?
Yeah. If she has something for you, I could maybe find out.
That's very sweet. I'm not going to tell you what to do and what not to do, but if you're trying, that to me feels like getting in somebody's way, and I don't know if you don't want to be involved in that. I would. You make your own choices, boo. But
okay,
that feels like things are getting a little murky.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I just want to help. I don't want to feel like I'm just here to be like, hey, I saw a weird thing, and let me tell you about this weird thing I saw, and then be like, okay, so now I'm gonna go hide now because I only see weird, creepy shit.
Okay. I know you read people well. I know that I've been kind of giving you a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah, you
we do
definitely don't trust
value
me, which is fine. I don't think people should just trust openly and just give it away. But I don't think y'all are trying to get me hurt. And I think that's better than most of the people I've been around.
No, we're trying to survive. And I mean, you have talents that we don't. We all complement each other in some way. And I know that sounds very like materialistic or like productivity based, and like what your worth is and what you're capable of producing and doing. But in a way that you've demonstrated, regardless of the fact. And I start to mention some of the things that I think I did was with the forgetful mind thing. And I stop myself and say, you've proven to be very helpful and trustworthy so far. And my biggest secret is already in your hands. So I can't really do anything about that. I'm choosing not to do anything about that. We'll see where things go. If the worst happens, it happens. But you and I, as the newest members of whatever shit show this is, I think you've shown that you've had our backs. I got yours too. Are you hungry?
Just like, yeah, I could eat. I took a little energy to get Ari a snack, but she looked really sort of I'm trying to think of the nice way to put this. Deranged a little bit. Like maybe she would turn Oscar into a sword, and I don't think that would have been a really good idea.
That would have been really cool though.
Oh yeah, it'd be absolutely dope, but then there'd be no more Oscar. Or at least like one of his bones. He might be like legless Oscar. Oscar would be Legolas.
I have to go. I have to.
It pains me
I
that
just
I'm not
have to
there to
drop.
laugh with her.
I really like Lord of the Rings. Fine. Don't worry about it.
That's okay. I have never seen them. But
Seen? Do you read? You have a library.
I don't read fiction.
Yeah, but you record a bunch of stories from people that you absolutely trust to tell you the truth. Right.
And as I say, I don't read fiction. I have that smirk on my face because I'm very well aware of what I'm saying. And the collection that I have, like, who knows? How
That
much of
snark
shit
wasn't
really
meant to be like a bitter snark. It was just supposed to be funny snark.
Yeah, no, I get it. I did not take that. Aurelio nor I took that personally because I thought it was. I mean, it's true. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty hungry. Let's see what they're up to. Maybe we can find a snack. I don't know.
I mean, I could absolutely take a snack from the bar, but I don't know if Serenity would like that necessarily.
I don't think so. As a business owner, that's probably not the best move.
Yeah, don't steal from your coterie. I think that's probably a good rule.
I mean, you can if you fuck around, you'll find out.
Yeah, last time I fucked around in this place, I got grabbed by shadow arms.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's find food.
It's not Labyrinth night, but it's coming up soon, right?
Yeah, I think we were like 2 days from one.
Okay.
I'm excited for that now.
Yep, I'll go. I will not go to my usual like salon. I'll actually, I don't know, maybe I'll hunt with Shade if Shade chooses to hunt or find some other way. I don't want to do a blood bag, but I also don't want to be alone.
Shade's a Sandman, by the way. So a sleeper eater, a sand person.
A sandbagger.
Sandbagger.
Handbagger.
Dr. Sandbag.
And
Bring
she
me a
asks
snack.
you if y'all go to hunt, can you be quiet?
Oh, can I be quiet?
Yeah.
Aurelio in her heels.
Oof. I would have to remove my heels. My stealth and dex are not great.
Okay, well then how do you normally go about hunting then?
That's a great question. I forgot what my thing is. I feed where it is the loudest, and there are the most distractions possible.
Y'all are the absolute opposites of each other.
Yes. This is the odd couple right now.
Like, yeah, I don't know if that's my scene.
Well, we tried, and let's go inside and see what the rest are up to. And yeah, we'll walk in and see what's going on inside before departing, whatever is next.
We're just gonna go to Oscar's house.
Oh,
Ivy, you're like gone from being on.
Sorry,
the
sorry. I'm
camera.
just
It's so far laid back.
to.
Like your camera is like
You're
tilted up
just
so
like-
high.
you were just
The half
like-
of you is missing all the time. So when you lean
I-
back like that, it's just like
Ivy, this is what you looked like. You're just like,
I forgot for a second that you guys I didn't look appropriate.
no, it's fine. It's just like your head is just
It just-
floating at the bottom.
I
we-
tend
we
to
just-
slouch a little bit. Unfortunately, this chair does not go up any higher, and I have a really big screen, so it never looks proportional.
You probably just need to
You're
tilt
like
the
a-
camera down it, but it's fine. Anyway,
you're
where
like
are
a
y'all
little
going?
kid who just slouches in their seat as things get more and more boring.
T-Bone, are we checking out your crib?
T-Bone.
You shark bait.
Who?
I'm sorry. You remind me of someone I know named T-Bone. Oscar, or I heard that we're heading out to your place? Or you all are heading out to your place?
The only T-Bone I know of is from a
you-
kid show. What the hell?
More than welcome to come along, if you wish.
Oh, but certainly. Thank you.
Yeah, I would just need someone to drive my
Right.
car because I am not capable of doing so at the moment.
I look at Gabby.
Which car did you bring?
This
Yeah,
is
which
important.
car?
I can't remember what car I brought. Was it the Audi?
I think you brought.
I think it was the
I think it
Audi.
was the Audi.
I think
Yeah.
it was the Audi.
You brought the
Okay.
least possible statement piece.
I mean, y'all
It's
are
still a
all aren't going to
statement
fit in
piece.
that car. I mean, y'all could fit in this car, but this would be like
Ooh.
the clown fiesta sort of thing. 'cause this
Katura
is-
holds her hands out for the keys.
Oscar brings them out and puts them in Katura's hands.
Thank you. You don't need help getting in, do you?
Is it windy out there? Is it? What's the weather like?
You won't
Oh.
blow over. Don't worry.
Yeah, it was a pretty chill night.
I
Gabrielle
should
was
be.
like,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm not going to ride with you. I'm just going to take the delivery truck.
Yeah.
What delivery truck?
There's a delivery truck in the parking lot. It definitely doesn't belong to this place or anyone here.
Oh,
Let's not steal the drive
Was that-
delivery truck.
Was that Gabby talking? Who was that?
That was Gabby talking.
Okay.
Jerry, in theory, should be outside waiting for me too. Probably
Jerry
just
is-
watching the chaos.
Jerry was
let's just
outside.
go with
'cause
Jerry.
Jerry was in
Oh my god, I
the-
haven't seen Jerry since he
cavalcade.
came here.
Jerry out there watching me stumble in my stilettos.
Jerry's
Funny
out there
after
just
shade.
watching the drama. Jerry is a messy bitch.
You know, Jerry's on the phone just
We
talking
got
to someone.
popcorn
Jerry
Jerry's
is
like,
and
a
a beer, and
businessman.
it's just
Jerry
having
is just
time.
in his own business. So y'all are going to Oscar's place, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Y'all have
I'm
enough
picturing
cars to get there.
spin-off
Um,
show of Jerry doing TikTok reviews of our bullshit.
I actually made him my high charisma ghoul, so that would be 100% on brand for him.
Sweet. Okay. So who's riding with Jerry?
I
Miss
will,
Lil Mac.
and I will also leave the dog with him. So I will be with him.
So you
I'm gonna
and the
get blown up.
dog are with Jerry. There's probably room for another person or two or three, honestly. You have a bigger vehicle.
I'll ask if I can join you. I don't know if you want to be alone
Oh no, please.
with your
Hop in.
ghoul.
Yeah.
Katura's driving the fancy car with Oscar.
Oscar.
And who else? Anybody else?
How many more people can it fit?
2 more.
Two more.
Gabs, you want to go with Jerry or you want to go in the fancy car?
We're going to the same place. I don't care.
Mm.
what about you, Shade? You coming?
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm gonna ride in the car without the dog because dogs look at me weird all the time. I don't think they don't like me, but I don't think they do like me either because I can sniff as bunch as them, and then they get real jealous. Like it's weird.
Okay.
that's fair.
Yeah, me and Gabs will go in the car with Ari and Jerry then.
Okay. So, two things happen here. Katura, once you get in this car, the first thing you notice is there is a cell phone sitting right on the dashboard.
Seriously, Oscar?
Oscar, you notice it too. This is not,
it's not his?
your cell phone.
I don't know this. Seriously, Oscar?
That's not mine, and the car was locked. I just go ahead and take the cell phone, take the SIM card out of it, and just shut it off.
You look at the screen because it's just like your standard smartphone. And as soon as you
kind of
time on
have
there,
to.
and there's words on it.
No, Oscar's not looking at the screen.
Okay.
Oscar,
Yes.
what does it say before you turn it off? Because I agree we should get rid of the SIM card and get rid of it, but somebody left it here for a reason. And it's better to know than not know.
All right.
You don't have to respond back.
I also don't have to read it either, but before I do that, I'll put the stuff back in it, power it up, and check the message out.
And the message is, please dial 1.
Can we tell, like, before we dial it, if we dial it, can we just go through and see like who that number is assigned to if it's in the phone book?
Yes, it's the only contact in the phone book. And it says the voice of the people.
Voice of the people.
Oh, this is going to be some bullshit already.
Yeah.
How about we just
another scoop of bullshit on this bullshit Sunday that has been tonight.
Tell you what, let's just leave it as it is for now. If we decide to go into this, let's do it together as a group.
I agree. We should also do it maybe not at any of our places, maybe someplace neutral, just in case.
Oscar, do you give this phone any look over, like to see kind of security or anything on it? Or are you just like too paranoid to?
I don't think Oscar's too paranoid. Oscar just doesn't want to deal with this bullshit right now.
Cool beans.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and take the SIM card out and stuff. Yeah. Okay. I will start with the car and say, lead the way, because I don't know where you live, so you're gonna give me directions.
I start saying, head down here, do this, do that.
Sweet. All right. Yeah. So y'all get ready to get rolling, and they're gonna follow you, Jerry's car, because Jerry doesn't know where the fuck Oscar's place is. And this is a new place for Oscar, even because Oscar got burned essentially and had to establish new stuff.
That is right.
So back in the car of Jerry, as y'all getting rolling, because we're gonna just say y'all moving while this is happening. Jerry is like, y'all do really, really weird things. I'm just saying, like, I was just quiet, sitting in this car, a bunch of weird stuff happened. There's like people stopping to talk to this Amber lady. I looked her up. She has an astounding number of followers. It's really weird. And apparently that last video went super duper viral. It's got 400 million views already. How is that possible? That's like population of like multiple countries.
I don't know. It's the middle of the night and there was drama. I have no idea. But yes, no, we are involved in some weird shit at all times. That you are absolutely correct about.
I mean, our first adventure as a coterie, which was the weirdest, was already probably the weirdest shit ever.
What was your first adventure as a coterie? Tell me the story.
Let's just say it involves Jerry knows, right?
No, I mean not this one.
Well, he knows that we're from.
Yes.
So we're me and Ari and Delroy back before most of everyone else joined. We got tasked because Delroy opened his mouth and kept going. We had to feed a Methuselah. That was fun. Which was a monster in the water. There's a reason we didn't go in the water.
You know, I thought that Sarah got all the fun jobs, but here I am.
Adelia was trying to speak out, and Juice was muted. And was gonna say like, oh, it had to do with Amber, and then they start talking about that, and I'm like, oh, that's right, that was before. And sinks back into the chair.
To be fair, also like dealing with Amber was all sorts of weird.
Yeah, that's Aurelio's first thing that they did with you all.
Oh yeah, I think Katura we had to actually kill Sabat serial killer. Oscar was dealing with Al, I believe, and then Aurelio was Amber. Mingo we're not counting. Salvador was weird. That was the situation.
Who are these two that you're talking about? And I just toss myself real sassy like.
No.
And the dog tries to do the
where's
same
Paco
move.
and all this? Paco was here.
Paco did not come with y'all.
You had to take an Uber.
Oh, he took it over, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you had to take an Uber.
I think both he and Gabby were gone, and then they were at the bar, so I was confused.
I'm absolutely giving the dog scritches. And as I see the dog doing the same thing that I was doing, I just keep on doing it back, and we just keep on doing this back and forth.
Anyway, eventually, unless y'all have something particular you want to talk about in the ride.
Serenity does.
Okay.
I have a question. What the fuck do you get as an apology gift to a multimillionaire?
Real nice card.
Wait,
I'm assuming you're talking about Katura. Otherwise, I would say fine cheeses.
Yeah, I know that. I wasn't angry at her. I was trying to understand, and I was frustrated by almost all of the lack of control of this entire situation. And I may have not said shit, but
I think time and a genuine apology is probably the best thing you could give her.
Yeah, I don't know if she'll want to hear it from me right now, though.
And that's why I said the time first and then the apology.
Did I screw it up super bad?
There was never going to be a good way to handle that situation.
Out of character, do I know what's happened?
If you didn't already, Serenity would have filled you in. Were you there for a couple of the fights?
Yeah, you've been there for some of the arguments.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if there was a specific one because there've been.
No, she's just talking about the whole thing with Katura.
Gotcha. Cool.
I wouldn't be surprised if she kind of hates me right now. And she would have the right.
Serenity, sweetheart. I'm sorry, Serenity. I don't know how comfortable
Sweetheart's
you feel.
Fine. Or you can use Spanish endearments because Lord knows how long since I've heard those.
You know Katura. Katura doesn't waste her time on people that she doesn't care about. She's still around. She still cares for you. She might be hurt. She wouldn't really make it known or verbalize it. I will say, from what I'm picking up, the words are necessary, but what is more important from what I'm picking up is your actions will speak louder than those words. But that I think those words will still also travel far with her. So it's not about getting anything. It's about maybe helping getting shit done.
Yeah, like I'm great at that.
You can be.
that was a little too self-deprecating. Sorry.
And I think also, I don't know. I might be spitballing here and whatnot, but I think maybe showing that you've heard some of the things that even she said to you in some of those conversations and other conversations, right? Around the power that you wield and that you have, and the confidence that we know is within you. And I know that's something that you've shared, that you've struggled with yourself. I mean, this could be an opportunity to.
Gabriella just pipes in. She's like, yeah, so like, she can accept your apology, or you can be like, yo, I'm a badass, I have your back, so that should be enough. Like, I will punch through someone's chest for you. Like, if she doesn't get that as a term of endearment, I don't know what a term of endearment is.
As she said, she's been.
That's your love language.
She's been around for a couple of 100 years, a little bit longer. She'll come around, but I don't think you should take it for granted either, and I don't think you are.
You and Katura are very much alike in exactly opposite directions.
How so?
You are both incredibly, and this is the pot absolutely calling the kettle black, so please take it with whatever grain of salt you need. You are both incredibly closed off. And for her, it makes her move forward. And for you, it makes you freeze.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
And so it causes you to butt heads. And that's okay. Because yes, there is time for introspection. But there is also a time to move. Give her time. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but Amber showed up and her and I stepped in front of you the moment she started speaking. You do not do that for someone you don't care about, darling.
I don't know why I find that so hard to believe sometimes.
Because we're assholes on occasion. Because it's very hard to love your older siblings when they're constantly telling you you're wrong.
I'm so used to being the oldest. It's the weirdest thing. I'm so used to being the oldest. And then suddenly I'm the baby, and I'm like trying to figure this shit out as fast as possible. And I don't think, and even then, I don't even think most kids would go through half this shit in the first 3 to 4 years. Most people get a couple decades in, and then they have time to like, I'm only 4.
I'm only 8. I feel like 9, something like that.
Yeah. You hit honestly, the nail right on the head.
Ari, when you go to say that, you get real confused about the numbers, because
yeah, that's why
you're like, no, 110. It's weird.
Oh, a couple generations. We'll go with that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not used to having people stand up for you or care for you or struggle, because you are the one always going up to bat for people.
Yeah, it's weird, because I remember you telling me, like, think of it like you're taking care of your brother, but it's different because I'm the youngest. I don't know. I'm not familiar with most of this stuff, and I don't know. With my brother, like I said, I had to be the protector. I had to be the one holding it together. I'm barely holding myself together at this point, and I don't think.
I'm going to ask you this question, and I don't want to be leading with it. Why are you holding yourself together?
I feel like if I don't, there's going to be too many pieces to pick back up.
Pick back up the ones that you want to keep.
It. And
pick back up the ones you want to keep, and let go of the ones that are weighing you down.
You're right, but that feels so much easier said than done.
No, I know. I've talked to a lot of people that have held very similar weights on their shoulders. I say because I've seen it done. I've seen it people be successful and not.
I believe you. It's also part of it is also my clan bane is based in my emotion. Do you want to know what the most ironic thing ever is? I don't actually like being angry, but I got embraced into the clan of anger, into heightened emotion. Hell, when I got first got embraced, I hated being angry all the time. But it's a part of me now. I kind of just have to deal with it. I can't change that. That's not gonna change. It's something I have to learn to cope with, which unfortunately I don't think I'm. Like I said, I'm aware of what happens if I get to 100. I'm trying really hard not to get to 100.
Do you know why we experience anger? Like from a medical standpoint, because it's something I actually know.
No, why?
For the same reason we experience pain, to tell us that something is wrong. You, yes, were born to the clan that experiences anger, that is kind of fueled by it, of heightened emotion. You feel deeply. You are the first one to go, this is absolute horse shit. And you are ignoring it. And that is where you're running into problems. Because you're freezing.
If I take a step in any direction, I'm just gonna get screwed.
Well, yeah, that's the nature of being what we are.
Yeah, I hate that part, but also I can't change it. So.
But that's the thing, you hate it. But you are freezing, which is against your nature. You were born with the nature to fight. Just like you, when you were born and grew, you grew into the nature to protect. Those are not, they don't work against each other. You would have fought for your brother, right? In a heartbeat.
Absolutely. I was
without
like 2
thinking.
seconds from I was 2 seconds from ripping that guy's head off his shoulders, but I also didn't. Like you said, I freeze because I don't know enough to feel comfortable. Because I knew what I was doing with the kids back home. I knew what I was doing with that. With this, I don't, and I know for a fact if I screw up, I could lose you. I could lose Aurelio, I could lose Gavs, I could lose Katura, I could lose Oscar, and I have seen the guy I was excited to go on a date with is in another timeline in a sewer monster because I didn't check in on him for a week. Like if I take my eyes off of any of you for 2 seconds, the guy
you were going on a date with is a sewer monster because somebody else decided to turn him into a sewer monster. You are not responsible. How? When we were trying to dodge the prince in the blood hunts, or when we were trying to rescue from Oscar from the 2-eye and everybody else? Which one were you going to miss to try and save your friend from being in a sewer monster? Or have you learned how to duplicate yourself? I mean, I can try it. I don't know how well it's going to work.
It feels like if I don't try to pin it on me, there's no control ever.
There isn't.
And that's terrifying.
Yes.
If I don't try to find the fault in me, at least I can, if I try to find the fault in me, at least I can say, well, something about what I did could change it. But it couldn't. And the guy I was really excited to be with, he had a hope in the world I didn't realize I was starting to lose. And I couldn't protect that. I couldn't save him. I couldn't save Al. I couldn't save my mom and my brother are in danger right now because of me, regardless of if it's my fault that I'm in the situation. If I do anything against the 2-eye, they're dead. I didn't see, you told me for months on end Sierra wasn't good for me and I didn't listen. And it took her erasing my memory for you to believe you. I watched Delroy get blown up and I couldn't move fast enough to pull him in with us. And I know part of me knows those things aren't my fault, but that makes me feel worse.
as much as I hate to say it, you need to learn to sit in that and accept you can do everything right and still fail.
Sometimes
You
with
can
all of
you
Sometimes-
can do CPR on a person for an hour and a half and have them die under your hands. You can have a mother come in holding her stomach and lose both her and her baby, even though you worked on them for hours. You can do everything right and still fail. And you can let it crush you. Or you can move. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. We see that you're struggling, and so we step in. Do we overstep? Yes, that is Maya and Katura's nature. We both are the type to push.
sometimes it just feels like all I was. This is gonna sound not great, but sometimes it feels all I was meant to do was take the hurt, because almost my entire life I've been just like on and off taking hurt. And sometimes it feels like that's all I'm meant to do. All I'm meant to do is fight till I can't anymore. And I know that's up to me to change, but I don't know how to explain it more than that.
No, go lick your wounds, heal, and then get back up. But you can't fight with a broken leg. You can't protect anyone when you're bleeding.
I'm sorry I didn't say it sooner.
Don't apologize. All things come in time.
There's just been towards the later half of that conversation, leaned back a little bit in the chair, looked away a little bit and wiped some of the tears and a lot of the conversation about
I'm
loss
sorry, I
and
didn't mean to
guilt
go super
and,
deep.
and hasn't said anything, just taking that in and watching as in Serenity's own words, like watching kind of two babies talk it out amongst each other as someone who's been around for almost as long as Katura, saying like, it's humbling to watch this, to witness this.
Just like, I did not mean to get caught in the club. I was
That's all good. It was bound to happen eventually.
no, I'm yeah. 'Cause I
Meanwhile,
if
Oscar and
anything-
Katura are just vibing.
Yeah.
Back in the other car,
Hot
y'all just
shit.
having to sing along.
man.
Moo, 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 moo.
There's no deep conversations.
I am not.
Did y'all want to cover anything in the other car though? I do want to like.
that's true. I did not mean to monopolize. Go do things.
No, it's perfectly fine. I loved that whole scene. So Oscar, we let you feed from Priya. I also fed from Priya, so you might need to. She was a Ravnos, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, later when you're better, maybe I could have a little lesson on how to use some of these powers.
I got you, cuz. I got you.
Katura's like, cuz. Okay. And just accepts it. Exactly what happened between you and her. I just didn't like her because I thought she was overstepping
Shady
in
as
some
shit.
ways, but that too. But I think you know me well enough to know I find most people to be shady.
Oh no. I mean, assume that and then work from there. Of course. Apparently, her and the other one were scheming some shit.
Do you know what kind?
I know that whole thing that happened at Elysium,
Mm-hmm.
that was part of their doing.
To try to, what were they trying to take the city over?
Yeah, but to what end? I don't know. I mean, him and I were just so opposite. I just don't.
Mm,
He just wants
I
every Oscar. He wants to be the only one.
I don't know if you two are so different. You're just, he is the you that is ambitious and cruel.
Cruel, yeah, ambitious. I guess so.
I think you have ambition, but your ambition doesn't include cruelty.
No.
You want to help people. And he just wants to help himself. But I think those are two sides of the same coin sometimes. So I think if you were to put some thought into it, you could figure out what his end goal was.
Oh, his end goal is just to be the only one. He wants to travel through dimensions, get every Oscar, get all their power, get all their knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
and just amass his wealth.
That's an end goal. But I guess
Oh, you
I think
don't know shit, Oscar.
I think that's an end goal, but I think that's only part of it. Because I don't need to go traveling around dimensions to gather wealth and power and money and power.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I think that if you were to think hard about it, you would figure it out. I don't. He is in your head, but you're also in his.
That's very true. Two sides, same coin, right?
Yeah. And who knows, what he knows might help us in some way or another.
But seriously though, like, what's it like being two people? Because that's like super duper weird. And like, you have another person that's literally like living in your head, and like, how does that happen? Like, how does the other one come out? Like, because you're on some what it fuckboy shit. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. You're on fuckboy shit, and I wasn't the biggest fan of that, Oscar. Like, very very go get him attitude, but like the kind of go get him that will run you over with a car and then leave you there as you're run over and bled out.
Yeah.
Just don't get
Fuckboy.
Don't get knocked the fuck out.
Absolute fuckboy.
Don't get knocked the fuck out.
You shouldn't get knocked the fuck out. I don't think the rest of us have a problem.
Yeah, so you should probably not pick on, creepy La Sombra dudes who have shadows like floating around them and then calling them names. That's just the hint to the wise sort of thing, from what I've seen, that is danger, maybe hazardous to your health.
If you understood what he had in possession of himself and the importance of that item, you'd understand. I'm still learning what all of this means.
You went full Bruja.
Mm.
And I don't even know that much about the clans, but that's what I've heard about Bruja.
Here's the thing. You can be angry, but still be tactful with that anger. And you were not tactful with that anger. You could have died. And he was able to just take that book from you without you even realizing.
If I would have died, then he would have died as well. Then
How
he would
so?
have got it.
You mean me? Yeah, you kill me, but you'll get no closer to the answers that you're seeking. And all of your friends will die, because I am your only hope. And that is where we're going to end this session.
No.
We're just doing
legal.
3
That
hours
was
this
great.
time. Fine. And I think
No.
that's a good way to kick
4
off the
hours.
No, wait.
season. This is going to be a long night. We're going to move past this night after next episode, probably, depending on what y'all do. Y'all took a lot of time doing stuff that I didn't expect tonight. So we're just, here we were.
What, you meant you didn't think we were going to have a snack? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't think y'all were going to play with your food for as long as you did. Like, that's really what happened there. Y'all played with your food. You're like, can we turn their bones into a knife or a sword so I can cut her head
sword.
off with it?
We
Right.
want a dope bone sword, okay?
Meanwhile, Shay and
Bones
Aurelio
more,
are outside
buddy.
listening to this. Like, what shape should we mold their bones into? The crackling of the sternum and like,
Yeah.
Shay decided to be part of this coterie. Fuck around and find out.
Yep.
Yeah, Shade is learning. Y'all are fucked up. All of
We're
y'all.
no more fucked up than any other vampire, and she will learn that too.
Mm-hmm.
Being a kid just kind of sucks. Not meant to be entirely pleasant.
Yeah, she's a fledgling, y'all. Like she's been a vampire for like
2 minutes.
a month.
Less than me.
Like less than,
Oh my
like,
and yet she has so much control
Couple
over her
months.
powers and stuff, and she's just like, you know what, I'm gonna use this and get dirt on every fucking body, and I
That was-
respect that.
when she figured out what her
respect
powers
that.
were, the first thing she did was used it to make money.
She is in her bag, and I respect that.
That is, she knows what she's doing. At least
That's
when it
her
comes to
brand.
what she can immediately do.
She's like, oh, the creepy ones from the sewers do this? I'm cooler than them, and I can go in more places where people won't notice me. Let's go. Anyway, thank you all out there for watching. Welcoming us back for our 5th and final season. I am excited to tell this story and go through some of the interesting things that will happen here, because there is a lot, and there's a lot more story, and I'm very much excited to get some of the guests that we've been itching to have, and I am working very hard to get some interesting people here to make this a even bigger and badder story throughout this season. So you all stay tuned. It's going to be dope. And yeah, that's all I got. So thanks again to Roll20 for having us be a part of their ambassador program, providing us the tools that we use to run this game, their virtual tabletop, the dice roller you see, that is all courtesy of Roll20. And yeah, we'll probably have more giveaways and stuff in the future, so keep an eye out. So with that said, let's let the coterie tell you who they are and where you can find them and things that are coming up for them. So let's start off with Ivy.
Hi, I'm Ivy. You can find me at IVM2757 on Twitter, IVM_57 on TikTok, and I have a Ko-fi and an Amazon wishlist should you choose to donate. Because I have so many cosplay plans, so little time. You can find me here on Saturdays, and if we end up picking up a game soonish, probably on that one, and I stream whenever the hell I please at NerdFriend54. And once again, happy Pride Month, y'all.
Happy Pride, everybody.
You're
Happy
deserving you're deserving of the love, even if people don't want to give it to you, and if they don't, fuck them. So yeah, big gay do crime.
Juice.
I'm Juice, no pronouns, just Juice. I have been your Tremere bloodsucker. Well, not tonight, I guess. Aurelio Valentin. And you can find me here on Saturdays with these lovely people. On Thursdays, you can find me over on the Greater Restoration channel, the_GR_crew, playing Soggy Bottom Starbaker, your friendly neighborhood donut baking mage in season 2 of Titan's Grave alongside Fair. That's it. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at the Juice TM. That's Thursdays at 8:30
p.m. Eastern.
Eastern time.
8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Cool. Lonzo.
How we doing, everyone? Lonzo Gonzo here. Thanks for stopping by for the season premiere. You can find me on Twitter at Lonzo Gonzo. You can find me on Twitch at Lonzo Gonzo_, where I'll be streaming next on Monday. You can also find me on the 7th over at the GR Crew doing a mask one-shot with Butterthread Shears, Happy Cap, and possibly that Nori Nerd. Rafiki is running that. Great Rafiki is going to be running that one-shot, so I'm really excited for that. That's going to be going on the 7th at, I think, 9 p.m.
Sweet. Also, Lonzo, have announcements and shit. Got partnerships or affiliate deals. Like, Lonzo's been doing it big, and I'm not about to let you just let that shit slide, son.
Yeah, you better put that shit in the chat.
All right, I got.
You better be in your bag, dude. Come on.
We are proud of your achievements, and we want you to tell them to people.
I have a partnership with Grinding Coffee. If you want, you can go ahead and use this link or this code. If you go to grindingcoffee.co for 50% off of your order, I get a little bit of kickback for that. So if you need any type of coffee, or if you just want to merch too, go ahead and do that. I appreciate it.
See, that wasn't that hard.
That was hard. That was very hard.
I'm proud of you.
I'm gonna add it to your Twitch command or your Nightbot command.
I already got it on my Nightbot.
Fair.
On here?
Oh, not here. No.
Okay, that's. Hi, I'm Fair. You can follow me over on Twitter at FairBear. Oh, God, what do I have going on? A lot. Tuesdays, you can find me over on Fortner.com's channel, 8:30 p.m. Eastern for Dreadful Tales Arc 3, where I play Urkira Stormslayer, your Oath of Glory Paladin. Thursdays, you could find me over on the Greater Restoration Cruise channel, as Juice said, for Titan's Grave Season 2, where I play Sabuki Mooncrest, your tidy but mighty halfling warrior. Saturdays, you'll find me here, of course, but starting June 25th, 3 p.m. Eastern, you will find me over on D&D Jordan Lee's channel for Ampistrano, a homebrew D&D 5e campaign, where I will be playing TBD. I have some other projects coming up that haven't been announced, so keep an eye out on my Twitter, because that's where you'll know what I'm doing when I'm doing it.
Dope. Liz.
Hey, I'm Liz. Fuzzy Slippers 05, wherever you want to try and find me. I am not nearly as busy as all these folks, at least online, because you really can only find me here on Saturdays and maybe some other days once we get those sorted out. You can mostly find me online on TikTok or Instagram, again, Fuzzy Slippers 05.
Clutch. I suppose that leaves me. Again, I'm a storyteller. I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. That is where you can find me. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Basically, where there's places that aren't Facebook, then I'm probably somewhere as Dimples and Dice. If you're watching stuff today, you might have came over from Vancouver by Night, where we're doing our short series Toronto, where I am playing a Salubri Private Eye, because I think that is fucking hilarious. But no, it's a very interesting character. We're coming in on our final episode this next Saturday, so do come and watch that. That happens at 6 p.m. Eastern time over on Vancouver by Night's channel. I am also over on the Amphitheater at 8 p.m. on Tuesday nights for a D&D 5e campaign called Eulalia. That is based in Redwall, and we're in some shit in that show right now. We're actually in a major battle, and my character, the pacifist paladin, is fighting for the first time in years to protect his friends and his home. It is a very interesting situation there. Obviously, I'm here on Saturdays, and then on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, you'll find me over for Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Wayward Revelry, which is D&D 5e. It's my own take on the Wild Beyond the Witchlight book with some interesting twists. Like you might end up in the Shadowfell in this game. Who knows? And just announced, I'm going to be over on Waffles Maple Syrup's channel. Starting on June 10th, a new D&D 5e campaign in tandem with Alchemy RPG. That game's going to run every other week. I'm excited to announce the character, but the character is not announced. So do keep an eye on the Waffles Maple Syrup channel, Twitch, or in Twitter, because that's where all the character announcements will be. Obviously, follow me on Twitter. You'll see me retweet. I am excited for this character. Y'all are going to love them. Yeah, very, very, very thrilled to get into that game. It's going to be dope. And there's more stuff to come. Some of the stuff is unannounced, but also keep an eye on our Twitter, because there's going to be guest announcements up there as we get people locked in for episodes. So do keep an eye out, because this is going to be good. And we're even going to have someone playing a very, very special character this season that I'm very, very super duper excited for. And
yeah, and he won't tell us.
I'm not telling y'all. I will tell y'all when the time is
Fucking
coming,
rude.
because I know it's going to be fine with y'all. Y'all going to be hyped for this. It's going to be great. I'm excited. Anyway, we're getting out of here. Thank you all again. Y'all have a wonderful night. We will see y'all next week. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy Pride Month. And, you know, as our coterie says, if someone tests you, they can fuck around and they can find out.
And they could pay you too. If somebody tries to give you shit, just slide them your fucking cash app.
Just
and tell them to
drop
pay
that
you.
cash
Also, wear
app,
your
that
mask.
PayPal.
Just drop the PayPal. Oh yeah, and wear your masks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, wear a fucking
Pandemic's
mask.
not over. Pandemic's not over.
Wear a fucking mask.
Be careful. Stay safe.
It's not hard.
Yep. Stuck
Please.
around, find out. Thou shalt respect the T-bone steak.
Fuck
With
around,
that,
find
we're
out, but
out.
not with COVID, okay?
Oh.
Please. Be careful.
Oh yeah, not with COVID.